You can now watch clips from JewelleryMaker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order for just 50p and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from the Genuine Gemstone Company. JewelleryMaker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Good afternoon, everybody. Really good start. Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon. Some people might have just woken up. Hello, everybody. It's lovely to see you. Thank you very, very much straight away for joining me. My name is Rebecca Redican, and I have got true treat for you today. Can you guess who might have created this exquisite, eye-catching, dream-like piece? Well, a lot of you will have already guessed it. It could probably only be one woman, really, couldn't it? It is the wonderful, the extremely talented, and oh so lovely Alison Tarry.
Hello.
Hello, lovely. You've had a bit of a morning, haven't you, love?
Yeah, flat tyre on the way to work on the M42. It's great.
Bless you. Alison only rolled in probably about 15 minutes ago, didn't you?
I did.
I was stressing out. I thought, I'm going to have to try and make something for 2 hours. Ooh, longest pair of earring demo ever. Is it all sorted now?
Yeah, almost. Yes.
Did you manage to change the tyre?
Yes, managed to change the tyre.
Well done.
Under the watchful eyes of the boys in blue, who were very, very sweet.
Oh, good. I'm glad that they were there to keep an eye on you.
Yeah.
So, lovely lady. Apart from that, what else have you been up to?
Well, we've got some fantastic cabochons to have a play with, and we're going to do some start to finish demos there.
Fab.
So, two completely opposite ranges, if you like.
Right.
But to be fair, that's daunting, but it's doable.
As your designs always are. always. They always look impossible, but actually, step by step, even you at home should be able to give it a go.
Absolutely.
So, lovely lady, the first designer inspiration, what kind of feel are we getting with that one?
Well, I heard somewhere that I was on with this lady who likes rings. So I might have made a ring.
Ooh!
And four totally different looks to the cabochons, for the other cabochons, so 5 totally different looks.
Brilliant. So a lot of versatility with that one then.
Yeah.
And then you say with this one you were very much sort of inspired by henna designs that you'd seen.
Yeah, I love the artwork that the henna artists, incredible artists, and I wanted to try and capture a bit of a feel of that. And I worked with a Moroccan lady, and it got the seal of approval. So
fab.
Thank you, Suzanne. So yeah, but you could take this, and I've done another one without that, just the bracelet bit, because it's a fully hinged bracelet.
Yes.
So you don't have to have all hand accessories and everything if you don't want, or you could just have that and the ring. You could take it where you like. You could make earrings out of the flowers. So it's a lot of versatility in what you've got in there.
Brilliant. So lots of techniques that we can use across.
So that one's a bit full on. That one's a bit more relaxed.
Brilliant. So a bit of a mixed bag for us today then. Feel free to text in lovely Alison Tarry for any messages you might have. It's 60777. So you text me with JM Studio. Get in touch on JewelleryMaker.com if you want to as well, or you can get in touch on the app. We are with you through until 5. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I've got a great little section coming up for you a little bit later on. I wanted to call it Newy Newness, but apparently and it sound as good as it could have done. It's basically that though, loads of new things. Some new products, but some new prices you won't be expecting to see on much loved products as well. So do stay tuned for that. Where are we starting, producer Helena? On the table. I've got so many bundles for you today. Are you running low on wire? I will honestly say, top up today whilst you can. I'm getting started with something spectacular. This is a gemstone which is much loved by you guys at home and the gem world and jewellery world as a total, as a whole. This gemstone, I think, is going to be found in numerous different locations around the world, but what I have for you here is the premium summit point of excellence when it comes to location. This, ladies and gentlemen, is your stunning Afghanistan Lapis lazuli. Oh, it is exquisite. I've just got to say instantly, how well does it go with this? Really. Especially as you've got this beautiful copper colour that's kind of almost speckled through each of these individual pieces. Now, why am I talking about your lapis lazuli and location? Well, it's for the fact that when it comes to certain gemstones, certain locations will be very much seen as the prestigious point. Because, of course, the way in which Mother Nature works, she doesn't necessarily make one gemstone that looks exactly the same all over the world. For example, you know, emerald's a good example of that. Emerald from Brazil, you might expect to have quite a lot of inclusions. So whereas emerald from, say, Colombia, you might expect to have kind of the most sought-after colour and an astonishing clarity. Zambian, you might expect to have kind of that more delicate tone. It's all emerald, but you can tell from the different locations kind of the quality and what to expect. Lapis lazuli from this location I'm talking about is seen as one of the most summit points because essentially it is so stunning the way that you get those inclusions just dispersed throughout the gemstone, and it's truly is such a sought after location. Actually, the mining process for this gem in that area is very tricky. You've got these stunning kind of locations which are really high altitude point, really up in almost these rocky mountainous areas is where we get this from, and it's actually brought down by local villagers. Now, because it's a relatively remote area, some of the villagers in the area can find it quite hard to find work outside of the area because it is a relatively remote area. A lot of the local villagers, and particularly sort of the older generations who perhaps can't travel that far, will often go and work essentially going to collect and bring back the lapis lazuli from the mine itself down to the local town where it can then be kind of picked up and sent off, because the place is so remote and at such high altitudes that actually we can't get there with things like tractors or big lorries. It's such a small winding path to get to this area. We actually have to go on horseback a lot of the time. I've got a picture for the mine for you. The picture at the top is the picture of the mining area, so you can actually see all those huge mountains with all of that snow on the peak, and then underneath that's one of the local villagers who will undergo a relatively long trek on horseback to go and pick up this gemstone. And it's kind of for a lot of the local villagers, it's the main way essentially of making income, especially in later life. We go to all that time and effort because this is such a stunning example of that gorgeous gemstone. Your price point today, I think, is astonishing. The fact that you've got, because you've got 280 carats worth on one, 10 on another, so you've got 290 carats worth in total on these strands. Your price point is a shocker. £7.95 for you today is genuinely, absolutely mind-boggling. I would say to you that if this was lapis from another location, then that probably would be a price point you would maybe expect to see just for the one strand. I would say probably this strand, this beautiful strand here. It's your plain rondelles. More almost barrel-esque actually, because they are really large, aren't they? But you might expect that price point for this gemstone from a different location. But actually, when you're getting it from this one-off place, this remote area, these high altitudes. The mining process for it is intense. The distribution of it is almost impossible. And truly, we do completely rely on the local villagers to bring us this gemstone, because we ourselves you can't get any machinery up there. It's such a remote area. And as you could see with those huge mountains, could you even imagine trying to drive a huge JCB? Well, you just couldn't do it, could you? Absolutely couldn't. So it takes very, very skilled, very dedicated local villagers to bring this gemstone to an area where we can actually distribute it. Loads of you coming in for this. Lots of triple buyers on it as well as multi-buyers. There are some single buyers in there, but you're being outweighed at the moment. £7.95 for you today. Now, lovely ladies and gentlemen, I do have to move on, but it's purely because we've got so much to fit in, and I really do want to spend as much time in designer inspirations as we possibly can today, because let's face it, everybody needs to know how to make this, don't they? So I am moving on, but what you can do to help me out, if you would, I'd really appreciate it, is just check out your baskets whenever you get the opportunity to do so, because then I'm able to kind of move on a little bit quicker, because sometimes we'll have to wait till we've got a certain number of people with it in their baskets, so that if there's too many of you, we'll have to kind of drag it out a little bit longer, if that makes sense. So check out your baskets, and that way you're guaranteeing that it's yours. And don't forget, you can check out as many times as you want. You don't have to pay an extra £2.95 every time you check out. It's £2.95 postage and packaging from midnight to midnight, so do get in whilst you can. £7.95 for you on those. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Where to, sorry, Poppet? We are now launching Alison Tarry's challenge. Now, Alison Tarry wasn't actually here. Generally what we'll do is we'll pick, myself and my producer will pick 2 or 3 that we think, oh yeah, they're nice, yeah, let's, bit of a challenge, bit of a tricky one. But Alison Tarry wasn't here today, so I just sort of picked it for her. What do you think of it, Tarry?
It's beautiful.
Do you like?
I do like.
Ooh.
Very, very springy, isn't it? Very blossomy and coming into all the flowers. I actually saw some roses that colour the other day. They were beautiful.
Yes.
Very nice. Very bridal as well.
Isn't it? See, isn't it quite funny that when certain people see different things, you get these connotations?
Yeah.
So you instantly were saying, you know, summer, hot, springtime, and strangely, our producer who made this has called it seaside treats.
Oh, yes, all the corally cut tones. Yeah,
so it is, it's summer, it's hot, it's springy, it's seaside. And you've actually got quite a bit of your coral in here. You've got 2 strands of real coral.
Nice.
So we've got your light coral coloured, as these are your shell, and these are 12mm you've got on there. This is your genuine real deal coral in the centre there, and these are your plain rounds, 5mm on these. Now, just to let you know, our coral, I wonder if you can get in close to that, because I think it just looks like a pink, beautiful pink, but a pink gemstone to you. But actually, you can see there's lots and lots of banding in this, can't you? You can see all those outlines of the coral itself. This is completely and absolutely ethically sourced, just for, because I know it's really important to us all, really, isn't it? It's sourced mainly, we get the vast majority of our coral from areas which are up in hillsides and in huge rocky areas, where in ancient times seas used to exist but no longer do. So we do not actually go, you know, and disturb any marine life to get these at all. And they are 5mm. Lovely to have an odd number, isn't it? Because, you know, a lot of the time we'll do 4, 6, 8, etc. It's nice to have a 5mm. It can give you a slightly different appeal. And although it's only a mil, it makes quite a big difference. You've then got your orange shell pearl as well. Orange? Really? Old gold, I'd say. Old gold. Yeah. 4mm on those ones you have together. So we've got a lovely range of size here, from your big bold statement to your really delicate but still workable. I think 4mm for quite a lot of people is that go-to size if they want a delicate look but maybe have dexterity problems or just can't really, you know, be bothered fiddling with your seed beads. You still get a really gorgeous appeal with those. And you see what I mean about the 4mm and the 5mm together? It's a nice kind of subtle graduation in size there, isn't it? So, seaside treats. This is going to be Alison Tarry's challenge. Let's get your price in and then we'll hear what Tarry's going to do with them.
Oh my gosh.
I've got to think. I've given you a heads up there though, eh? £14.85 is already a great price when you look at the size that you've got here, when you think of the fact that this is genuine coral. So it should be almost £15. It's not today. It's £8.95. Yeah.
That's a cracking price, isn't it?
Isn't it?
For the you know, for real coral.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
For genuine coral,
Yeah.
and when you think of the genuine coral of the rounds that we've been having on recently, you've been paying around that for the one strand.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And that's still a great price. So, Alison, what are you thinking of doing with these ones, please?
Wow. I like the two little ones together, and it's amazing what 1 mil difference can make, isn't it?
It really is. That's what I thought.
It's quite deceptive.
Yeah.
Because of course it's diameter, not around.
Absolutely.
So, I might do something a little bit delicate and braceletty with those.
Pretty.
I might tie those in with some of the beads, you know, in a tassel-y bead, with a few of the big ones.
Oh, I like that idea.
I quite fancy doing, if I've got time, something with, you know, some statement-y earrings as well. So we'll see how we get on.
Love that
once
idea.
I've recovered.
I love that idea. I'll let you get started on that then. Oh, look how happy she is. Did Pete just give you an heart attack then? She just jumped at him. Ah, who's this man with a brew?
Thanks ever so much.
Oh, bless. She needs it after the morning she's had. Good old brew. Well done, everyone who's got those. Don't forget, we will be having a look back at that challenge at around about 4:45 later on. Say to me again, sorry, stop. I'm bringing to you now. Now, we could have saved this for kind of Manuing section. It is a product that you've seen before, but let's just say the price is going to knock your socks off. Now, I've spoken to you a lot about gold of late and the fact that the prices are said to skyrocket. I would genuinely say to you, if you have the chance to get your hands on any precious metal that's going to be gold plated, then do so, because the price of gold is said to be rising at dramatic percentages over the next months, coming months. So do keep your eyes peeled for any precious metal gold, especially I would say when they are something as workable as these. These are your clamshell beads. We hardly ever see clamshell beads, do we? Which is a real shame, because it is something that I know people absolutely love and adore. We have got here, you can see your eye loop that then goes into sort of half of your ball detail. You've then got the hinge at the top, which will close up nicely to go onto the other side of the beads, if I show you them like this. What we do with these essentially is you can use them to hold on your clasps. We can use them to cover the ends of cords. I'm just forewarning you, I'm going to be giving you over 30% off on this today. So if you're online now, when you're looking at the price point that we'll put on screen now, because let's let everyone have a fair chance, your price should be $12.95, and that's what everyone online's now looking at. I'm going to take over 30% off the price point of this today. That's the price that you've always been paying. You've been really chuffed to pay that price point, launched at that price, played at that price lots and lots of times whenever you've seen these on. $6.95 is your price point today. I know I said better than 30% off, but at that price point it's more like 45% off actually, isn't it? Massive price drop. Should have been £12.95, £6.95 for you today. 95 gold plated clamshell beads. Alison, Tarry, I can imagine this is the type of thing you might work with now and again.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's great if you're doing pearls, because you'll knot the end and you'll cover that knot. You'll put the thread through your clamshell.
Yeah, through here.
Because there's a little hole. Knot it, close it, and it looks like your pearls are finished with a bead, and that hooks over your clasp.
Perfect.
Beautiful
really
way to finish. Yeah,
really
yeah.
professional.
Especially with it being the precious metal as well. Lovely, very nice. But you can do all sorts with it. You can do all sorts with it. You can use it as tassels. You can, it doesn't have to be a finishing piece. You can use it as part of your design. Yeah. You could put an eye pin through each and have two, like a dumbbell.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so you can play with them.
Idea.
You really can have a play with them.
Which is fab, especially when you've got so many. You're going to be getting 50 of these in total. So that's enough to say you did want to finish off your necklace or your bracelets, then you could finish off about 25 of these. I would genuinely say at that price point, get your hands on more than one. I personally would anyway, just because I know for a fact that gold is set to rocket in price, because at this moment in time in the vast majority of gold mines, we are sifting through around about 1 ton's worth of rough to get out of the ground 1.1 grams worth of gold. That's how dire the situation is at the moment. We're going through a ton of rough and we're getting out approximately 1.1 grams worth. We're at a point now where more gold mines are going bankrupt within the first few years, sometimes even before opening. It's absolutely astonishing. So the price is set to rise. Half my stock has gone on these, I just need to make you aware. I would also personally be buying into because I know I don't see these very often. I know we don't get them in findings packs, but I also would be getting them because I personally have worked with these before and I do really like the finish they give. £6.95, hardly any of those left yet. I'm in my last chance saloon, so please check out whilst you get the opportunity to do so, because they're just going to give you a really nice finishing touch to your pieces. Where to, sorry lovely? I've got some wire bundles coming up for you today. Oh, and I've got a tool as well. Look at it.
I know, I'm looking.
I've got for you now a great little deal, and it's lovely that I'm actually going to involve in this deal a tool that I personally haven't seen in yonks. In fact, I'm not totally sure I've seen it since it's been JewelleryMaker branded.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think I have. Never used to be JewelleryMaker branding. Have a little look at what I've got here. This is your wire wrapping jig that we have here. Now this is a great little tool, I would say, in particularly if you are getting yourself started, if you are looking at getting involved with regular shapes or styles. It's lovely to create things like this, so your own chains. Essentially what we do, you can see on the picture here, it depicts it quite well. You get this plastic board in which you get these cogs almost that you can pop into any hole that you like. You can create shapes with this, you can create almost letters with these as well, and all we have to do is guide around wire around them in a certain way, and you can make your own chains, you can make your own earring findings that will look the same time and time and time again. You also get an instruction pack with it that will show you how to make certain pieces. So for example, if you wanted to create that as a pendant, it will show you on this grid exactly where to put which cogs and how to weave your wire around them. But also on this you do get your blank grid, which you can photocopy if you want to, or just print out yourself, so that you can draw your own designs that you really like, so you know how to make them time and time again. You also get in here, you get the different size cogs, so you get really little ones for dainty little swirls, you get large ones for more statement pieces, and you do get lengths of your gold and your silver wire in there to kind of start you off with as well. Really simple, easy to use tool there. I've then got some wire. Emerald green wire, beautiful, beautiful wire colour. I just think it's so fresh and delightful for this time of year. This is 10 metres worth of your 0.25 that we have here. I've also got 50 metres worth of your purple. Now I know, Alison, Tarry, you love working with your purple wire.
Oh yes. I just adore that colour. The depth of colour you get in that is phenomenal. It just oozes quality, richness, royalty. It just brings all that to mind. And if you put it with gold, it brings chocolate to mind as well.
Oh yeah, it does. This is one of Alison Tarry's pieces using this colour of wire. This is one of those designer's inspirations I was lucky enough to do with gorgeous Alison Tarry. And it is a beautiful, beautiful piece. It just goes to show how beautiful this colour is, the richness, and how it looks so great with that gold as well. So if you have any gold in your stash, or if you have any copper, because I've got some coming up later as well.
Or equally, you could change it from elegant to a bit more funky with the green, because you get that colour pop from it. I mean, those go great together, those two colours, don't they?
They do, they go fab actually.
Yeah.
So you've got 0.25 and we've got 0.6 here as well, 50 metres worth. So I'm bringing to you today 60 metres worth of wire and your wire wrapping jig. Your price point today should be £18.35. It's Friday, it's the start of the weekend. I'll be completely honest with you. At the weekend, we as a team here, we're here Friday, Saturday and Sunday. A lot of other people might be off, we're working, and we want you to stay tuned. So we're going to do amazing prices for you. £9.95.
Wow.
Should have been almost 19, so you've essentially just got about £10 back in your pocket almost. £9.95. That's
Fabulous.
astonishing. That price just for your 0.6 50 metres would be amazing. But with that price, you're getting another 10 metres and you're getting a tool for free, essentially, aren't you?
Fantastic.
Because 0.6 50 metres is £9.95. So these are free. Totally free.
Brilliant.
It's a great price, isn't it?
It is a great price.
Loads of you are coming in for this. What we'll say is, if you've never worked with the wire wrapping jig, it's a great jig to get yourself started on, realistically. It's a lovely jig that also, you know, youngsters can get involved with. You're obviously not too young, because there are small parts, but, you know, teenagers, for example, who are maybe looking at getting into this kind of jewellery making. A tip for it would be, if you are struggling, if any of the pieces are kind of feel a little bit loose, when you're wrapping the wire around them, just make sure you're popping your finger on top of each one of those little cogs just to hold it in place, especially if you are new and you're maybe sort of a little bit rough with the wire. It's just a great price point for you today. It's going to be lovely if you are going to be starting, say, your own workshops, or if you are going to be starting, you know, selling your jewellery, but also maybe selling other pieces that people then can then come to your workshop, learn, and then maybe buy a few things and take a few things home. It's a great tool that people can really get involved with at an astonishing price point. And you know what? Even if you just, maybe you've already got this tool, maybe you just really need, you've got your purple coloured wire and you really want some beautiful emerald green wire as well, well, you're still getting yourself an absolute bargain. £9.95. Got a text in. I'm using my jig right now on a project. It's fabulous. Lindsay. Lindsay. Oh, I hope your project's going really well. I love crafting whilst watching the TV. It's one of my favourite things to do.
I do it because I can't sit and watch the TV without doing something.
Yes, I'm the same.
My hands have got to do something.
I'm exactly the same, exactly the same.
So I've always got something on the go. Jigs are brilliant. I love the jig. If you're making necklaces or anything like that, absolutely amazing to do your chains with. Perfect, because they're so consistent. It's amazing.
It's astonishing, isn't it? Absolutely. I'm so glad that you love it as well.
Oh, I do. I do.
I think you're a big fan of the turquoise as well, aren't you?
Oh, I am.
Oh, I am.
I am.
I think these are such a funky shape. Now, turquoise, we're seeing less and less of it, aren't we? I remember sort of probably about, maybe around a year ago or so now, I used to have a fair bit of turquoise on. We don't see that much of it at all anymore.
Ooh. Because
it is seriously scarce. When we do bring it to you, though, we like to do it a little bit quirky. We like to do it a bit unusual. And I have to say, the most unusual thing about this strand for me is the shape. When you look at it like that, it almost looks like a perfect round, doesn't it? But then actually, you've got that kind of buttonesque coin shape to them, haven't you?
Yeah, that's great, actually. I can see loads of potential with that. You know that flat bit?
Yes.
If you've got some 0.6 wire is perfect for it, and you're taking the wire through, you can use that flat bit to do a little swirl or a little pattern and take it round, because it'll lie flat and it'll look fabulous, perfect. If you've got some other flat beads, they'll sit with it.
I love that
brilliant,
idea.
Brilliant.
Really
it's great. It's unusual. I've not seen them like that before.
Isn't it? Really unusual. Beautiful.
Brilliant.
It's an unusual gemstone. It's extremely scarce. It's in a shape in which we're going to be able to have a lot of fun and a lot of versatility. Turquoise, we know when we see turquoise used, you know, in high-end pieces, whether that be, I know Vivienne Westwood works with turquoise. I know Tiffany has in the past. I'm aware of Van Cleef's work with turquoise as well. We know that it's a gemstone that demands seriously high prices generally. We're JewelleryMaker though, we're going to make it a little bit lower than you probably expect. Your price point today is just £8.95 for 250 carats worth of this absolute treasure. It's stunningly beautiful. The shape itself is probably something you don't actually have in your stash. Can you think of another 12mm puffy coin that looks like this that you have in your stash? If not, why not add to your collection? Add a little bit of different depth today for just £8.95. More and more and more of you coming in on the phone lines. Don't think people were expecting that price point, really, were you? Is it important, Alison, Tarry, to have variety in shapes in our stash?
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely, because your designs change. You can strand those straight, and you can take a strand around and they'll look totally different necklace.
Yes.
So if you can do that on just one simple stranded strand,
piece, yeah.
How's it going to look when you add that to all the variety of different designs you can have? And you know, you can change the look and feel of a piece. You can take a piece from evening to daytime just by changing the shape a bit more. You can you've just got so much versatility. You can use it. I mean, in my thing with the structures and things, I look for different shapes to represent different things. So you know, I would try and they'd make great little hooves with the flat bit around. But you know, you can use things for different things, and it gives you that option to try something a bit different. Like I say, they'd be great with some wire work, actually very delicate little wire work on the front of it.
Do you know what? You know, you were saying about, how different shapes can make you think different things. As soon as you said that, I thought, imagine these in like a peacock feather. You know, as the centre of the eye, and just have a really delicate little bit of black in the centre, and then fan it out from there.
Perfect.
Yeah, really beautiful. Hello, everybody who is coming in. It's absolutely wonderful to have you on board with me this Friday. I hope your Friday is going well, and it's about to get so much better, because I'm going to give you a sneaky peek of some of the things I've got coming up for you. Oh, I love this. Natural, the gemstone of Venus.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, gemstone of Venus.
You live and learn.
Yeah, it's why it's known as gemstone to...
Look at it. I hadn't actually seen what you were holding. Oh my gosh.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that gorgeous? That's coming up for you in a little bit.
That'd go perfect with my challenge.
It would actually.
Wouldn't it just?
Wouldn't it? I've also got a really gorgeous strand of iolite too, which I just think, these have to be some of the largest size I have ever seen.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, they're absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? Size-wise, huge. Let's have a look. Looking at, almost 1.5 inches on that centre one.
Wow.
That's amazing, isn't it? I've got some gorgeous amethyst marquee shapes as well. Checkerboard faceted. Oh my gosh, seriously stunning, aren't they? So I've got loads coming up for you today. I've got some natural agate as well. We're price dropping some things, are we? That's nice. Okay, so first designer inspiration, let's get into it. What I will say to you, lovely ladies and gentlemen, is if you know that Alison Tarry's pieces are going to be absolutely exceptional, there's a little bit of something for everybody here. Some pieces for beginners, but also pieces for people who maybe have done quite a bit of wire work.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's all about playing with design and playing. Yeah, the ring's a little bit more fiddly. So there's nothing. I always say this. I don't think anything's out of anybody's reach. You've just got to have the confidence to go for it.
Absolutely.
You really have, and break it down into small pieces.
Absolutely.
But I've had a plate, and there's quite a couple of them that literally you can just do with the 1mm wire. Yeah. 3 strands of 1mm wire, and they're done.
And you're done. How easy is that?
Yeah, but I've had a real play.
I'm glad you've had fun. I've got to say, these gauges are a bit fabulous for this, really.
Oh yeah.
1mm, 0.6 and 0.4, all in your antiques bronze. You can't get much better than that for cab wrapping, can you really? In fact, not just for cab wrapping, for any of your wire work really. We always say go for a nice strong base and perfect weaving wires. You've got them here in front of you. 15 metres worth of your 1mm, in the antiques bronze. You've then got 10 of your 0.4, 10 of your 0.6 also in the in the antiques bronze. I've then got 5 of your cabochons. Now, the great thing about this cabochon collection is I'm going to be able to tell you the size, I'm going to be able to tell you approximate carat weight, and I'm going to be able to tell you the gemstone, which I know we can't always do. Sometimes, for example, we'll say, oh, you'll get, 500 carats worth of this gemstone, multi-shapes. With these, I can tell you what you will be getting. So, feast your eyes, because you have the chance to own all of these stunning, stunning pieces today. I've got for you 40 carats worth, 40 by 30 mil approximately, of your snowflake obsidian in this gorgeous pear shape. It's absolutely sensational, polished front and back to make it a really, really workable piece. Every single one as unique and individual as your jewellery pieces. We've also got in here your wonderful fuchsia agate heart. This is approximately 35mm, and you'll be able to appreciate that you've got that gorgeous kind of banding rolling across it, and every single one will be different and unique. And what I love is it is the heart shape, but it is the fuchsia colour, so it's kind of carrying that. When we think of love, when we think of love hearts, you're often thinking the reds and the pinks, aren't you? So it's beautiful to kind of have that imagery there in front of you. I've also got another heart. Internal druzy. It's going to be so hard for you to see, but get this home and put it up to the light, and wow, you get a kaleidoscope of beauty. You really do. This area here is all internal druzy, and it's got that beautiful way in which it disperses the light through it. Honestly, get this home, put it up to the light, you're going to absolutely fall in love. Wow. This is your black agate and quartz cabochon. So this is where Mother Nature takes agate and quartz and kind of comes together just by look and by chance, essentially. And we've cut that in a way so that you're going to be getting a little bit of each, again in that 35mm heart shape. I've then got amethyst. Oh, that makes me so happy. When you're holding this done up, it's oh my gosh, that bicolour amethyst I've got a bicolour amethyst strand coming up later, I know, and this will go exceptionally well with it. It's really beautiful. You've got that natural colouring, you've got that natural amethyst banding. Again, hold it up to the light, and when you get this home, see it in natural daylight, and I think you'll absolutely fall in love. It's truly sensational. And lastly, but by no means leastly, I can't find space for it, there's so much. There we go. I'll just hold it. I have got your agate pear. 40 by 14mm on this one, which means it's got that beautiful elongated elegance about it. It really is gorgeous the way it just casts the eye down. This is the piece that we're going to see used in the ring in a moment, or 5. So you have got 5 cabochons here that we can see. They are absolutely beautiful in their appeal. Each of them will be in the shapes and approximate sizes that I've just told you and that you can see before you now. And then adding to it, don't forget all of this wire. 50 metres of 1mm, 10 metres of 4mm, 10 metres of your 0.6mm, sorry, 0.4 I obviously mean. Price point should be £42 and 60p. We're not going to stay there. If I could take you off £10, that would be great, wouldn't it? I can do better. £27 and 95p for you today. Oh, ooh, says Alison Tarry. What do you think of that?
That's fabulous. Most of these necklaces would go for that each.
Yes.
Easy.
I can imagine that. Absolutely agree with that. There is so much you're getting in here, and I've got to say one thing that really highlights for me as well is not only kind of the amount and variety of the cabochons we're getting, but also the fact that you've got that much really workable, usable gauge of wire, all in the same colour. We've had such a shortage on wire recently that realistically you've been getting some kits that might have the right gauges but might seem peculiar colours, or you've had some kits where we've had quite a few of the similar sort of colours but actually the gauges maybe aren't all that workable or what you're used to. Well, we've just taken it low for you today. Should have been almost £43 today. It's just £27.95 for you today. Well done, everybody. I'm moseying on over to Alison Tarry. Yeah, well, I'll just walk probably. Yeah,
mosey away.
Hello!
Gorgeous. I made it! Yay!
How are you?
I can't say that on telly.
Cool. You have made so much, and I can't wait to get us started. Just to let you know, coming up in this section, I have got some wire bundles for you. I've also got some tools that you're going to need to create a lot of these looks, and I have a tool that Alison Tarry doesn't know about.
Uh-oh.
Well, you do, because I know you own them.
Uh-oh.
But I know it's one of your favourites.
Straight away. For ages.
I know. They're back in today.
Oh, fantastic. Start dialing, folks.
They're coming up for you in a moment.
They don't hang around for long.
They aren't hanging around at all. They might leave you feeling a bit flush if you miss out.
Indeed, they might.
Sorry about that. Right, Alison, Tarry, where are we starting, lovely?
Right, before we start, can I apologise for my nails?
Yes.
Because changing a tyre just before you come in on live telly does not
look that bad at all.
Direct. Anyway,
No.
so please ignore when they do close-ups of things. I'm sorry.
Fine.
They're not brilliant anyway, but these cabochons, oh my
Amazing.
goodness, that. Love. Did you see the ring?
In the ring, it's got my name on it. It really has. It's talking to me.
I looked at this and I went, who am I on with? Oh, that'll be Becky.
Yeah.
Did you happen to slip this in the kit?
How did you know? I didn't think Pip was going to tell you. That's stunning, yeah.
I went, oh, that's a ring then for Becky.
I love that you think of me.
But these are so gorgeous, and I love the variety. This is like looking, you know, you get your screensaver on a PC and you're like going through a snowstorm.
I know what you mean.
It's just that when you look at it, you start getting mesmerised.
You do.
Love it.
It's gorgeous, isn't
and
it?
they go beautifully with the antique bronze.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautifully with it. Perfect. So, we've got the ring, which we'll do in a bit. We'll start off nice and easy with this one.
Okay.
Well, I'll try and get through. I don't know whether I'll get through all of them, but I'll do this one, the ring. I want this one here because it's very like the one I did in the morning show.
Yeah.
Only I never got as far as putting my arrow on because I think it would have been cluttered the way I did it the second time. So I made the arrow. Right, so we're going to start with this one.
Okay.
This one is so easy.
Fab.
3 lengths of your 1 mil. I'm likely to be a bit today.
1 mil wire.
1 mil.
It's all right, I'll translate.
Thank you.
That's all right.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, my husband might try and get hold of me. I told him to message the studio.
Oh, all right.
Just to warn you guys, you might get a funny
right.
message coming through because we're going to
Keep your eyes peeled for John,
fix
please.
the car because we're going to the airport in the morning and we need it.
Oh,
right, so I've got 50 centimetres.
Approximately, yeah.
50 centimetres, 3 strands of your 1 mil wire. Holding them close together, I'm going to pop them in a aesthetically pleasing to you
Good, yeah.
arrangement
Okay.
across the stone. Okay, and then we're going to bend each way, but we want to keep them together. Right. Okay, so I just want to bend them round like that to begin with. We're then going to take these and splay them up that way. So we're going to bend back up.
Yeah, got you.
Right. Don't worry if it starts moving because you can move it back. So we want to bend back up. Now, I took it off afterwards, but you see how these separate? I would use a scrap of wire of your, that's attached to something.
We've had a text in, Alison,
Oh, have
Tarry.
we?
Yeah, no, it's not off your fella. Here it is, it's coming on now. Says, it's from Stacey. Loving the show and the deals. Glued to my DI nipples to watch the great combo of Alison and Becky. Excited to see your wonderful design.
Ooh, DI nibbles.
Love a good DI nibble.
Yeah.
What would your DI nibble be?
Ooh, I've found out there's a certain German supermarket store, and they sell loose salted cashew nuts, and you go with a bag, and you lethal.
Don't know the go in.
Well, you buy a bag. You know, normally you buy a bag of cashew nuts,
But these
but you just keep filling a bag.
Lethal. Oh, I love
Lethal.
that. Thanks for
Cashew
sending
nuts.
that in, lovely. I hope your nibbles are delicious.
Right, so all I'm going to do is, I'll take that out for now. I just want to catch these together temporarily until we've got a bit more fixed. So I'm just wrapping the 3 literally to hold them together. So it doesn't have to be tidy, it doesn't have to be neat. Just throw whatever wire you've got of 0.6 or below. I'm just going to get rid of those out my way. Right, we can go back in to there. So just make sure they don't stick in you. So we're going to go back to having our cabochon like that. We're then going to splay these, and this is where we start. Hang on. There we go. Putting those. It's quite difficult. Sorry, I'm the wrong way for you, Ben. I'm really, really sorry. I can see overhead. Right. Once you start wrapping these with the splay, it basically starts holding it in place.
Okay.
Okay? So that's starting to get fixed now. And then on the back, can I just borrow that end one?
Yes,
sorry.
you
Just let me double check how I did it. Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Lots happened today. So what I'm going to do with the other three is I'm going to bend them up. Okay? So they're now coming out of the top of the cabochon. Okay, so we'll come back to those. We're then going to take the top one and we're going to just curve that and cut it 2.5 centimetres, and we're going to coil that down. I tell you what, I found another use for JM pliers.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, that's getting the covers off your wheel nuts. Because I couldn't get the covers off the wheel.
Stop
nuts.
it. Brilliant.
They're great for going in and hoofing your covers off.
Learn something new every day,
You
don't
do.
we?
Versatile, versatile. Right, so I'm just going to coil this down because at the back I want that to be quite tidy, and it also starts acting as an anchor for these.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to hook that one behind there and coil it round.
Okay.
Okay, we're then going to take the other one and bring it up, but being careful not to pull it. So when I'm pulling it up, I'm not pulling it from there because we'll lose our nice angulation.
Okay.
I'm holding that in place and then fetching it up.
Guiding it.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that tool you're using, Alison, Tarry.
My flush cutter pliers.
Seriously, whenever you're here, you always use your flush cutters.
Yeah.
And you always say, oh, we haven't got any in today, have we? Oh, well, whenever they come in, get them. Why do you always say that?
They cut through like silk. They give you a nice, beautiful flat edge. The other pliers, don't get me wrong, the pliers in the kit are great for cutting your wire. When you're working with the tight, intricate things, with the sculptures and things like that, you can put these in and they give you a flat cut right at the very tip. The others give you a chiseled cut, so you have to kind of angle and play with. These, if I go in there now, I can trim that and it'll...
You can
get
get
it the right way.
Right in there, can't you?
Yeah, you can go in there
and trim it off, and then it's smooth, it's flattened. You've not
get a nice
it's left
straight,
a beautifully straight edge,
flat cut. If my finger's out of the way.
perfect flat cut.
Yeah.
Because often with other cutters,
round
it
there.
can leave a bit of a scratchy point sometimes.
Yeah,
can't
it leaves an angle, and the point is, the point,
or lack thereof.
the lack thereof. The reason being, when you've got wire wrapping and things like that, you don't want it to be sticking out. You want it to be at least flush, if not recessed.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why it's perfect. They're absolutely perfect for that. I've now made that too short.
These are even great for things such as your thicker gauge wire.
Yeah.
Your 1.25, your 1.5. If you've maybe tried wire work in the past and you found that perhaps cutting and things like that can be a little bit tough on your hands, because, you know, even I can have problems with that sometimes. Sometimes with older pliers that I have, you know, I find myself holding each side and kind of having to go in with both hands. With these, you truly don't have to do that. Every single one of our guest designers owns these flush cutters, and bearing in mind a lot of our guest designers on the channel will have been here and have worked on jewellery for years and years and years and have tried lots of different products. Not all of our guest designers will, you know, started shopping with us 4 or 5 years ago and continue to do so. People will just, you know, try lots and lots of different things. For example, guest designer Fleur has very honestly said on TV before how she first bought a set of flush cutters that were described as flush cutters that were said to do the same job, and after very little use and very little pressure, the spring went in them and then they were unusable again. She says that she's had hers from us here at JewelleryMaker for such a long time now and never had any issues. Lots of our guest designers will have multiple samples of these as well, possibly because the price is so great, $29.95. It's truly I would say one of the most loved tools here at JewelleryMaker, just from our professional jewellery makers.
Oh, absolutely. Like you say, we've all got them. I've got several pairs. I have several toolkits, so I have several pairs. But if I was without them, I'd be devastated. Yeah. Absolutely devastated. They're invaluable. Absolutely. I really find them invaluable.
Yes, yes, yes! Got them!
Fantastic, congratulations.
Sorry for shouting, but I always miss the flush cutters. I'm homesick, so I got them. Yippee! Oh, Annie, I hope you get really, really better soon. Feet up, bruise, JewelleryMaker, treat yourself to things. I hope you feel better soon, lovely. But hey, if that's not going to put a bit of a spring in your step on a poorly day, I don't know what will. So congratulations, lovely. Nothing worse than missing out on things time and time again, is there? Got my flush cutters last month. Don't think I could work without them now. Best tool I've bought. Love the design, says Catherine. You are not the only one to say that, Catherine. Loads of our guest designers will say that as well. That maybe they've used lots of different tools before, and then it wasn't until they got these ones that they now thought, how did I ever cope? How did I do without them?
I had another set of flush cutters from a different company. Years ago, they went blunt. They weren't. They weren't very good. No. These I've had. Well, like I say, I've got two pairs. I think these were the first pair. They're like new.
It's amazing.
And I do a lot of wire work.
Of course you do. Of course.
And I use my flush cutters for virtually everything. Do not use them on memory wire.
No.
Don't use them on memory wire.
No, don't. Well done, everyone who's getting these, $29.95.
Right.
Back with you, lovely lady.
So once you've coiled in, and I cut the other one too short, so I've just tidied them up and put the coils at the top of each of our angled ones. Okay. We've now got a cabochon that's not going in place. So I've taken the little bit of temporary wire we put on the back, and then all I did was plaited this, bent it over, wrapped one of them round, and there was my bail.
How easy is that?
So that's perfect for beginners. You can do it with any shape. It looks great with a teardrop. It lets the stone shine through, and I love the black stones with this antique bronze.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Brilliant.
It
Excellent.
looks so expensive and rich.
Yeah.
Absolutely adore that. Thank you, Alison, Tarry. So that's how you create that gorgeous design there. Just to let everybody know that the wrapped cabs that are on the bottom of the screen, I've got a few of those left, but the flush cutters are flying out of the door as quick as you like. So please, if you do want them, try and get them as quickly as possible, because they are truly about to go. They really, really are about to just fly out, really.
I'm sure I need another pair.
I'm sure I need another set. John, what are you doing? Now, just whilst you are there as well, whilst you're setting up for the next one, I have got a wire bundle for you coming up in a few moments or two. And I also have a selection of cabochons here. Are we doing these now? Yeah, go on then, because let's do these now, just so we can let Alison and Tarry get on then. And I am extremely low in flush cutters, and you know, I know, it's a jewellery making channel, we're on TV, we're not allowed to have no graphics on, or else we get taken off air, essentially. Have a little look at these trios, cute cabs. You have got, can you believe this? 10 carats worth of your malachite. Oh my gosh, I know for a fact that in the next week or so I have got malachite cabochon coming up for you. It is slightly larger, it's slightly more carats, but well, let's just say I know that it's the price of this entire bundle.
After the 11th, please, that one.
Okay, I'll make sure you know. So 20 by 15 mil on your malachite. I've then got your pink stripe agate. These are 35 mil, 40 carats worth. They're gorgeous banding again. So perfect if you do want to do the heart-shaped design, and maybe make sure you've got 2 of those stones. And lastly, but by no means leastly, your wedge stripe jasper. Stunning, isn't it? In that oval, 40 by 30. Every single one unique and different in its own way. Add the cute cab to your collection, because today the price should be £12.35, which is already fantastic, because the malachite alone should be around the £7.95 mark. But today, for all 3, It's £8.95 for all 3 of these today. The malachite cabochon that I've got coming up in the next week or so, it is slightly larger, it is the same colour but slightly larger, is £8.95. So maybe you want to get your hands on a smaller piece of malachite to just fall in love with it as much as everybody else, but then maybe you also want some other ones to work with. Now's your opportunity to do so. Cute cab, a cute price of just £8.95 today.
Those malachites are beautiful. I've got
stunning, aren't
quite
they?
a few of the little
Really
malachites.
amazing.
They make absolutely perfect rings, but they also make great highlights. If you were doing a wire work piece and you know, a predominantly wire work piece,
yeah,
and if you did it, say, in the antique bronze, and then you pop that malachite in it, that colour pop just brings that accent to your piece and lifts it.
Really?
Absolutely amazing.
That's beautiful. Oh, I agree with that. £8.95 for those 3 cabochons. Well done, everyone. Got to check out quickly.
Bargain.
When that sells out, which is likely to do so, the kit from the bottom of the screen will come back. Which one are we going on to now, Tarry?
We'll do your ring.
Yay!
Did you try it on?
I mean, yes. Yes, finally an excuse. Oh, it fits perfectly, as per usual. Take a little look. Oh. Look at the detail to this. That is so comfortable, Alison.
It is, and it looks a bit messy at the back, but it is actually comfortable to wear.
Oh, I don't think it does at all.
Oh, it does
Beautiful.
to me.
Okay, fab.
Right, so, piece of your 1mm wire. Again.
About 50 centimetres,
There you go,
60.
thank you.
No problem.
Okay, with your ring mandrel, because I know Becky's an N.
I am indeed.
However, I'm not, so I'll go a bit bigger with this one. It's method in my madness. Okay, so I've wrapped it twice round. Now, whenever I do a ring, when you're sizing it on a mandrel, don't wrap it round the size you want it to be.
Okay.
There are 2 ways of doing it. If you're actually going to wire wrap it, you need it to be bigger than the size you want it to end up with.
Yep.
Because as you put wire all the way round, you're narrowing the diameter of the ring.
Yeah.
If you're not, you want it slightly smaller, because as soon as you take it off, even though it's not memory wire, there's a slight memory in it and it'll spring open a bit. So if you sized it to the exact size, as soon as you take it off, it would be a little bit bigger. So I would go down a size.
Okay, good tip.
Or a few, really tighten it and then push it to where you want it to go, and you've got more chance of having the right size. So when you're starting off, that's a very good tip to remember, because I know a lot of people say, oh, it's too big for me or it's too small for me. Those are the reasons. They size it to the right size straight away.
Got you. Okay.
Sorry. So, now, this is such an easy ring to do. I've angled the 2 pieces. We're then going to coil them in. Now, you could make these coils, because I have done a bit too much, so you could probably do it about 40 centimetres. Okay. So, as you coil them in, you could put stones in them, you could leave it just with the coils, and it looks a really nice, good ring.
Love that.
Okay? But it's great, because you've got things either side, it's perfect for balancing something. So you can do anything with a flat bottom. It absolutely makes a fantastic solid base for that to sit on.
Fab.
Yeah?
Yeah, got you.
But it could be any shape. It can be completely random, you know, it can be a uniform shape. But it's great for it. So I would do that with the little malachite cab. I'd do that, sit it on it, unless I was going to claw set it. So.
Fab, love that.
Right, so I'm going to lop a bit off these with my flush cutter pliers.
Which we've still got a few of, so make sure you do check them out if you want them. $29.95, because I'm getting quickly into my stock stores on that.
Value for money. They are such value for money. I've not heard anyone who's bought them who's regretted paying that much money. No. Not at all.
No.
They all go, oh my gosh, they were so worth it.
Totally.
Right, starting at the end, we're going to roll it in. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle, it doesn't have to meet, it's just force of habit, but just start coiling that in. Okay. Now, then go to your pliers or your fingers, which is much easier, to then get that coil.
Okay,
okay, and then we're going to do the same with the other side. Now, this is going to be too big. Just remembered what I'm doing it for.
So you want to make sure that it's hidden, don't you, behind the gem?
Yeah, I just want to use this as a base. You've seen the sterling silver ones where they've got holes in that we've been selling lately and things like that. Yeah. So this is a quick way of doing one for yourself. If you've got something that's an odd shape, it's perfect, because you can just make your own and tailor it. You know, if you wanted to put one of those big cabs on there, you could. If you wanted a statement ring.
Absolutely.
Okay, and again, curl them in. And I know there's quite a few designers, we all use this as a base. It's one of those things that you find a few things that a lot of us do very similarly, because we haven't found anything better. So now we've got our base, and like I say, you could leave it there and say, oh gosh, that's quite a cute ring.
Love that, yeah.
Brilliant for craft shows, things like that. Kids' fetes, brilliant. Couple of pound, off they go.
Done,
fantastic.
Yeah.
Just stitch a stone on the centre of either, off you go. Marvellous. Whoops. And me saying a nice flat base, perfect. Right, so I don't want that to be seen, so I'm just going to sit that on, make sure it isn't seen, and then I can move on to the next step. If it is, you just want to tighten your coil in a bit and hide it.
Okay, got
okay?
you. Yeah.
So we'll put that to one side. And like I say, great little rings. Now, I've been making little mini scrolls, and I'll do you a quick scrolly demo for those who haven't seen it. Tarting at the top, put it in so that it's flush, and then I'm pulling the wire, I'm slightly turning both hands, so I'm pulling the wire around and I'm also turning my other hand. Okay, now we want these to be tiny because these are going to form the sides of our ring. I've left mine quite organic, which is quite unusual for me. Normally, I challenge myself every now and then. Normally, I'd have cut all these the same size and I'd expect each scroll to be the same size,
you would.
but I didn't.
Oh
my gosh, I know.
wowzers.
Living the wild life or what?
Rock and roll Tarry, they call her.
So, do your scroll, then bend the wire the other way, because if you've got that curve on it and you try and coil it, it goes really funny because you're going against the way it naturally goes. So you have to persuade it that it really wants to go in the opposite direction.
Okay.
So using your fingers, just put that opposite curve in, trim your end off. If you do want them all the same size, do one, undo it, and use that as the template to cut each of your pieces.
Oh yeah, good tip.
Yeah. And then we'll just coil that in. This is going to be miles too big. But you get the idea. I've got my 6 cut. Because it's so big, you could use this. Let me do it with that so you can see it. You could use this for a larger piece.
Love that.
Yeah, so
okay.
if you've got something a bit chunkier, these make really quite good edgings. So, you know, you've got you can net them, you can prong set them, you can use things like this around the side as well.
Good tip.
Yep.
Love that. Good
Nice.
technique.
Right, so then we're going to do them into 2 halves. I've already started wire wrapping them.
Fab.
We're going to try and get them roughly the same size, but what we can do is tweak them in and out. Okay?
Okay.
So all we're doing with that, with a little bit of our 0.4, we're going to wrap it 3 or 4 times round.
Okay.
So while I'm doing these 2, do you want to show them some?
No.
Okay. Oh, it's keeping you
I'm
waiting.
just being nosy.
Ooh, so was I. I've just seen some of the colours.
So this is your 0.4.
This is your 0.4, and I'm just going to pull that round. Pull it quite tight, but you still want some room to manoeuvre. And then pull it between, and I'm sorry, it's very difficult to show it without my fingers because these are tiny.
Don't worry.
So pull it between the 2. Always pull it between on the same side, which is the side you want to put against the stone. This agate, oh, I can't believe it. It's just perfect jet black. You can't see any markings on it. Now I don't know if they're all the same. The 2 I had were perfect, and this against it looks gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But it's a blank canvas.
Yes, of course.
Absolutely amazing blank canvas.
Of course
I was going to do that down the middle.
Fab. I like that.
Yeah, that's nice as well. You
cute.
can play with this to your heart's content. Right, I've just got this other one to do.
Whilst you're sewing that one on then, whilst you're sewing that one, I'll give people the opportunity at home to own some more wire. Perhaps antique bronze isn't your colour, maybe you're more of a golden, I was going to say golden girl then.
Yeah.
Oh, golden girls. Or golden guy. Maybe you just love having gold in your stash. Maybe you have plenty of the thicker gauge of wire, but not so much of the weaving wire, because let's be honest, we went through a long time recently of not having 0.4, in particular in those go-to colours, the silver and the gold. I've got it here for you in a bundle, which means it's going to be lower in price. Take a look at what we're getting. 0.4 gold coloured wire. This is coming with your beautiful deep orange 0.25, 10 metres worth on this spool. And then we also have your 0.6 as well. So already here you are getting 70 metres worth of your wire. Really workable, usable gauges, but I'm about to make it even better. This tool is one of those tools we all need in our collection. Have you ever had that moment whereby, in particular with a 0.25 or a 0.4, you've taken, you know exactly what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
You take a bit off, just going to do my floor manager's head in. You take it off, and then that happens. All I've done is I've just loosened it, and then it does this. It spools out of control. All of this horrible kind of bagginess there, and you can try and pull it round, but it can kink and get in the way. These are to stop that from happening. Essentially, what you get in here is you get a selection. I think is it 2 or 3? I can never remember.
3, isn't it?
I think it's 3, yeah, this is the 3 class. You get 3 of these tamers, and really simply, it's kind of like a fabric elastic, essentially. And what we do is we pop them over our spool, and you get an area whereby you can change the size of it so it can grasp your wire as tightly or as loosely as you need. You get the little hole section in here as well that essentially means you can guide out the wire, so it stops that horrible moment of the tangling. It keeps the tension really nice for your wire work as well, because let's face it, a lot of us will work off the spool because it can save on your wire, and also for certain designs it can just be much easier, can't it? So you've got here something that's going to keep your pieces in check. It's going to keep everything exactly where you need it to be. This is your spool tamer. Honestly, they're just so useful, aren't they?
Brilliant. We've all had that. I had it on taping something, and I just undid it, and all you could hear was this wire going out of shot, and I was like, oh no. And then you haven't got time to fix it, and you're trying to use it, and all you can hear is you do that, and you go oh no.
It's so annoying, isn't it? It helps you dispense your wire correctly. It helps keep your tension nice and kind of regular, which can make your weaving wires in particular look neater. It means less wastage of wire, especially if you have had that unspooling moment and it's all messy. I've not got many of these left because so many people have already checked out. I've got 40 left. Your price point today is not.
That's not the price.
No. We're going down. I had to just double check then. My producer's going, hang on, wait. Oh wait, no, that's definitely not, is that the shipping price? Wait, hang on, where are we going to? It's under 10. It is under 10. It is under 10. $9.95 for you today. You're getting 3 of those dispenser loops. I'm positive it's 3, it is, isn't it? It is, yeah, because there's 3 open ends. 1, 2, 3, yeah. So you're getting 3 of those, and you're getting, in total, 70 metres worth of wire. Loads of you coming in. It is going to be a sellout, of course. Do check out those baskets when you get the opportunity to do so. It is a great little bundle. And if you do need some wire, I have got some more coming up for you later on. $9.95. Once this sells out, we'll pop up some more information for you.
Right. Okay.
Right, you've sewn them together now.
So I made it into a long line, and then I've fitted it.
Oh, yeah.
Around the cabochon.
I see.
Yeah. Now you can squeeze these scrolls together or pull them apart if it's not quite the right length. So I've pushed all mine up together, and I'm just doing. I kind of likened this to like an Aladdin slipper, because I
know what you
I
mean.
get a little bit of a kick at the front, which I actually quite like.
I love that. Yeah, that's
so you get this little
adorable.
bit of a kick up on the front. So I'm actually just stitching those together, and we're now ready to roughly turn it over on the back, and you see how it sort of starts hugging
Yeah, I see.
the shape of the cab.
That's lovely.
And then let me just finish this bit here, and then what we're going to do is roughly stitch it over the back, and then we're going to just attach it to the ring.
Fab.
So easy. The little scrolls are a little bit fiddly. I'm not gonna beat about the bush with that, but only because they're so small. I've done them in the 1mm, but you could do them in one of the smaller gauges and it'll work just as well, because they're not structural.
No.
It's just force of habit. I've just done them in the 1mm.
Got you. Okay.
So I'm just going to trim that off, and then what we do is we turn it over, and we roughly, to begin with, we want to roughly hold it in place, and then we can tighten it up. If you try and put it on there straight away, it kind of goes all over the place. Oh, sorry, I'm pointing out a shot. That's great,
no,
isn't
don't
it?
worry.
On there,
Yeah.
that thing over there that you can't see.
Yes.
You know, for those of you watching in black and white, the blues,
The blue,
yeah,
next to the blue ball.
yeah. So, for those of you who are old enough to remember things like black and white telly,
Of course I am. And the days before Channel 5 even.
Channel 5. Let's go back to the days before when we had 2 channels. I think I can. Do I remember BBC One just on its own? I think I probably do.
No
actually.
way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Half a
You
century.
don't look old enough.
Half a century on Sunday.
No.
Yeah.
Alison, Tarry.
Yeah.
You don't look it at all.
Oh, bless you. You can come again. I'll make you another ring.
Half a century.
Indeed.
Yeah, I don't know. Ow. People in my ear are screaming at me. No way, no.
Half a century and I can still change a tyre.
With your JewelleryMaker pliers. Amazing.
This policeman, I go in the front of my bag and I get out my pink-handled pliers. And he's like, okay.
Amazing. Oh, I love that.
As you do.
As you do, of course.
Well, you only live once, don't you?
Don't you?
Absolutely.
So you're just sewing these on,
I'm
aren't
just
you, really?
literally,
How easy is that?
just want to get it into, I'm doing it very roughly, and it's not going to be stuck in place until we've got that base on it. But all I've done is zigzagged across.
I can see.
Okay?
Yeah.
And that just holds the scrolls into place, and then we're going to tighten everything up.
Okay.
So let me just catch the last one. So as you can see, it could bounce out at any minute.
Ooh.
Woohoo! Okay, then we're going to pop that on top and stitch that in. Like I say, this is the fiddly bit. It's probably not something you should try on live TV. But, you know, don't work with wire and animals or something in there.
Ah, yes, that famous saying.
Yeah.
We have still got a couple of the flush cutters left. If you do want them, they're coming in at the bottom of your screen now. Seriously, astonishing quality. They're going to last and last and last. How many? I know you've said that you're working with the first pair you bought there,
Yeah.
but how long have you had them? A few months?
A few years. When did they first come in?
Well, years.
Yeah.
Years.
Right.
And it is that thing. It's $29.95 that you only have to pay for once,
Yeah.
which is fab. It's just such a great price point for the quality, and it is all about quality. It's all about quality, because at the end of the day, most people would prefer to pay a little bit extra for
Yeah,
something that's going to last and
absolutely.
last than something you have to keep.
Yeah. Right, I haven't finished it off, but you'd go round those, securing those to your two coils
I
at the
see.
back. And then, because it is an open weave,
Yeah.
I've just crisscrossed across the top. Now, because there's no pattern on here at
Yes.
all, it actually just adds to it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
If that had been a pattern stone, I wouldn't want to have covered, so
No.
I'd have probably prong set it.
Okay, good tip.
So when you're looking at these things, look at the stone you've got, and you want to complement that stone. You don't want to go all mad heavy
No,
if you've
hide
got
it.
this beautiful pattern. Okay, so once you've finished tying in at the back, because I want to try and get onto the other one, literally I just went, well, if I could borrow it.
Yeah, you just zigzagged in and out, didn't you?
All I've done is zigzagged across, crisscross twice, just to properly secure it.
Fab.
And then that's how you do it. But take your time, it is a
Simple
bit
as that.
fiddly, but you just ease it slowly, tightening it as you go along.
Good tip. Thank you for
Okay,
showing
so
us that,
that's that
Alison
one.
Tarry. That's that one done and dusted. Now, just whilst
speed.
you're getting
Yeah.
your stuff out for your next one, I am going to bring to you something that well, it's essentially something that I know we're going to need when we're creating some of these, and I know it's a tool that you use often. Again.
Yes.
Bail making pliers.
Love it, love it, love it.
Why?
For making bails, things like these bails are brilliant. You can just wrap them round, you've got a consistent size, they're fantastic, and you know you can get certain things through them. So if you're doing a Viking knit or a kumahimo, anything like that, you know they're going to go through. They're also great for doing jump rings. They're also great for getting a curve on. So say I've got a scroll and I want to curve it, it's brilliant because you can ease it round a curve. They're so versatile, they're fabulous.
They are
Absolutely
great.
Fabulous.
Especially actually when you've got ones that have so many steps. You've got your 5mm, you've got your 7mm, and you've got your 10mm. So that's going to be the size of your bail. So for example, if you've got a really cutesy, delicate little chain, maybe just use the 5mm section. If you've got a, multi-strand kumahimo, then use the larger section. You've also got this covered area here, which means that if you're working with coloured wire in particular, it's not metal on metal, and that's so important because it means that you there's less chance of it denting, scratching, the less chance of the colour coming off. But you can also use this side if you want to, just gives you a slightly different shape. These are your bail making pliers. They are essentially it's kind of like you're getting 4 tools in one, I would say, because you've got the 3 different sizes, but you've also got your different sides and shape section here, which of course we can use. It's not the price of 4 tools, so your price today for this is just £6.95.
Can I say?
Go ahead.
To my husband, who knows I'm supposed to be saving, who I said, if I ask you to get something, don't get it. Please get me these. Because I've only got the bigger ones and I'm really missing these.
Why are you missing these ones?
Because they're great sizes for smaller. I'll show you the ones I've got, because mine are the larger ones, which are great for bigger bales, but most of those bales I'd need that for. And I'd have to borrow it. So some of mine have just been bent over, whereas I could have done a nicer curve. So where you've got a larger one, it's great because you can use these. But the smaller ones, most of those would have been ideal. So I've ended up scrabbling round for things like pens of the right size. How many different size pens, and then you get the hexagonal ones. Try and find a round pen when you need one.
Absolutely, because
they're brilliant.
God, that was so much venom then. Try and find a round pen. I love that. The big ones are great, but if you do want something a little bit delicate, then you've got it here. Thank you for saying that. Please listen to her. Please. £6.95 for you today. Check them out whilst you get the opportunity to do.
Please be watching.
Please do check out when you get the chance to do so. Okay, Alison, Tarry, we've got probably about 10 minutes left now, which is great. So where to?
Right. Okay, so we're going to do the black one with the drapey bit, the black cab. Oh, love. No, this one that's the amethyst at the end. This one there.
This one here. Sorry, got you.
This is stunning.
I love that
one.
stone.
Have you seen that stone
So
for
different.
that one?
So different, aren't they? All of them.
I adore these. I love this stripy bit here.
Gorgeous, isn't it? I love when you hold it up to the light.
Oh,
it's
and
amazing.
you see, these are worth the kit on their own. That one and the ring. Worth the kit on its. Oh my gosh!
Stunning,
I would buy the kit just for those two, and I love the others as well. Buy it just for those two. Right, sorry, I digress. Again, mine had a lot more white on it and in bigger blocks. So when I'm looking at something like this, I think, right, I want to complement the stone. I don't want to go against it. Okay. Now I love this colour with it. So I wouldn't mind doing that, or you could do that way with this one. It wouldn't matter. Okay. So what I've done is I know about 50 centimetres is too long and I trim off. I would rather have too much wire and trim it. All I do with those bits I trimmed off is put them in a bit box and make scrolls with them for future use.
Good tip.
Or you can make jump rings with them. Don't throw it away, it's not wasted.
No.
But don't leave yourself too short, because there's nothing, and I've done it, there's nothing so more frustrating. You get virtually finished, you've got to start again because you haven't got enough wire,
Yeah,
and you
I've done
can't add
before.
it in.
It's annoying.
So I was going to do the like I say, the arrow one I'd done a few weeks ago and really show you how to do it. However, I started doing it and I'm like, oh, I quite like it like this. So although I made the arrow, design goes like that.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you can have a fixed design in your brain of what you want to do from start to finish. The rabbit, I knew what I wanted to do. I had a couple of dead ends while I went, oh well, it doesn't quite work like that way, but I had a vision of what I wanted to do. I had a vision of with this, but I changed it.
Yes.
You've got to go with how it works. Don't try and force it to be something it's not. It should feel right. So what I've done is I've got the 3 strands and I've done a 3 up 3 down weave.
Okay.
Which is, it's very, very quick to show you this. I get into a rhythm, so I'm just splaying those out, easier for you to see. So round 1, 2, 3 between. 1, 2, 3 between. So you're going round the outside and the middle 3 times, and then you're coming between the outside and the middle, taking it down, going round the outside and the middle 3 times between, and you just keep doing that, going up and down, and it soon builds up. But I was singing this little 1, 2, 3 between, 1, 2, 3 between. Very sad, I know.
Yes.
Very sad.
We love that.
You're not
about
supposed
you.
to agree with that.
Yeah, well, I don't like to lie, so that's why we love you, Tarry.
And then squidge it down. Okay. I can now cut off the end.
Okay.
Because he's still attached to the reel.
Yeah.
And it's a weave you can do and leave it attached.
Okay.
So, pa-ding. See, mine's gone. I need the tamer. Right. I wanted to do a squiggle. So when you've got the 3, you can actually manipulate them into different shaped squiggles. So they're pliable. You can play with this as much as you like. You're laughing at me with my pa-ding, pa-ding.
No, do you know what I'm laughing at?
Oh, is he a good lad?
Alison, staff, collecting studio, bale makers.
Thank you, babe. It is my birthday on Sunday.
Check it out, sweet pea.
Yeah, you've got to check it out all the way.
You.
Right, so I'm going to take the start of my weave, and I'm just going to tuck that out of sight round the back. Okay. I'm then going to go around the back the other way, and those extras have made it a bit too big, so I'm just going to splay that out and undo a bit. Okay, let me push these up because I've just made that. I don't want to see the end of that. There you go. Shove that out of the way. You can always just squish it up a bit if it's more than you thought.
Okay.
Right, that way round. So we've got our zigzaggy you know, you've got those nice curvy, almost curvy straight lines. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
regular lines are the banding, and I've put this squiggle in.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to come round the bottom, and then we're going to bend these around the bottom of that heart. The top ones, and this is another one where we're just basically using these 3 with the weave. With all these, what you find is until you've got them to a certain fixed point, they start bouncing around. So I'm going to take the top one of these wires and I'm going to come down through the centre of the heart and wrap it round. That's now helped solidify that in place. Okay? That way round. The bottom one, I'm going to follow the line. Sorry, my hands, really sorry, my hands are going everywhere.
No, don't worry, we've got you on 5.
Okay, I want to follow the line of that squiggle, so I want it to bend down, up and back down and round the back. just to give, just by putting that there. Oh, that's why it wasn't going, because I put that in the middle of it. Be careful you don't catch that. Okay, I just want to follow the line of that a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, I'm then going to take this, because I'm going to get those out of the way. That's going to make my bail. So this one comes down over that corner. That one's going along there. And this one is coming up and going to go up there. Now, I sometimes these look a right mess on the back. I'll try and make them as tidy as I can. Not that people necessarily see it, but
No.
I just prefer it that way. So I'm going to coil this so that it's tidying out the way. You know, when you're running along and your pendant's bouncing, it might turn over, so you don't want to see an ugly back. You want to see it. Sorry, it's sad, isn't it? It's very sad.
No, it's not. You have to put that thought into it. When you're running for a jewellery emergent sale.
Absolutely, you're going for your bus.
The locals, the shop's about to close.
That person's going for that thing you wanted in the sale.
Oh, yeah, completely get that. That was my slow motion impression, by the way. If anyone's like,
very good.
what has she done?
So all I'm doing with the extra ones, you can use these for adding a bit of detail on the front if you want, but because the stone's so brilliant, I wanted to keep it, and you can just see the banding in
gorgeous,
here.
yeah.
I wanted to keep it so you saw as much of the stone as possible.
Love that.
And then with the tail from the 0.4 weave, I'm actually going to catch these and fix them in place.
I see, so they're locked safely.
Yeah, because this one, unlike the first one, it would wander a bit.
Got
so
you.
I'm going to lock those into place. We've now got, if you make that tight, we're then going to lock at the other end, the bottom three. We're just going to secure those onto it as well, and then that will hold it solid and stop it slipping. There we go. And then
Sewing that in.
wrap that round. Sorry, go on.
No, you continue.
Oh no, John.
Oh, you're
Because I
joking.
haven't got one of those.
Have you not got one of the wax runners?
No, I've only got the original. And I need it in my life, John.
Why?
Because I've never been, it's always sold out.
It's such a, I've got to say, for me, this is probably my favourite one, because I really like very slender, elongated designs.
That's what I've used on that one. I borrowed fees.
Oh,
I know.
my little Ms. Potter. Because I was looking at the back of this thinking, well, she's obviously used this one.
Yeah.
Why do you love the wax wine comb so much, and why this one do you want in particular?
Well, different ones for different things. So, because the three you've got, you get the short fat one, you get the standard one, which is brilliant for micro macrame, for kumihimo, for Viking knit.
Yes.
This I've done, the coil I've done on the big, what's it called, Professional gizmo.
Yeah.
And I've got a certain width. Now I did it originally with mine, which was, it was okay, but it tends to be wider because it goes, it's a more steep angle.
A steeper graduation, isn't it? This is much more gentle, delicate,
so you can get a nice fine, you don't have to go all the way down it, you don't have to have one that length.
No.
Which I haven't.
No.
Just the top section if you want, and you get a nice fine little coil.
It's so simple to use.
Brilliant
All
cap.
we have to do is you pop your wire through the whole section here, loop it over so you've got kind of an access point or a bit that you can snip off later, and then really simply, whilst you're holding the wire, just twist the tool. It's as simple as that. And the tool and the wire will work together to coil down. Make it as large or as small as you want. Great for covering up ends, great for making your own kumihimo findings. Great just to add, for example, on a top of wire and having chain from it and having it as like a tassel. idea almost. It's lovely that we've got it back in stock, but this is one of the newest of the Wags Wycombe families. £10.95 is your price point on this today. It's one of the newest of the Wags Wycombe families, so really it's always popular when it's coming in. Yeah, he's checked out. Alison Staff, Collected Studio. It's weird because you're here, but you're on the screen too. Hi, love. So yeah, well done. You've got yourself. You officially own one of these now.
Marvellous. I said to him, "Don't let me buy anything." I've
It's your
bought
birthday
loads,
on Sunday though.
But then you put stuff on, and I'm like, "But I haven't got one of those, and I need it. Can I borrow your bell making?
Hey, maybe it'll be your birthday present."
You'll never get it through customs when you take an hand luggage.
Very true. £10.95 for you today. Check that out whilst you can. Just to let you know, if you've never used a Wags Wycombe before, then there is tuition on our JewelleryMaker Facebook page. So have a little look on that. £10.95. Okie dokie.
Can I borrow your bell making pliers, please?
Yes.
So now I've attached all those together, and now it's all secure.
Yeah.
See, they're perfect. So I want to do something about that size. Take it round.
Which is perfect actually, because you don't want anything too big to outweigh
not
this
for
one,
this,
do you?
No. And then I'm just going to wrap the end round there. And if you do it carefully and not like me and put it over the end, do you know what? You can't.
No, I've never met him, but he sounds like a nice person.
Oh, my John.
No, what?
Oh.
Get it? Don't you pity laughter me, Tarry.
That was more pity for me, actually. Not for working with you, but because
Put the shovel down, stop digging that hole.
So you can get a fab circle.
Perfect for that, isn't it?
Yeah, and of course you would want it to go that way
So
round.
you can turn it around.
Which is the way you'd normally
Look how
have it.
Beautiful.
And then all I've done is swirled these, because now they're fixed.
Yeah.
I've swirled them down and just put a loop. You could put a bead in each of those if you wanted.
Yeah.
And then
that's it.
Simple, elegant.
How beautiful and easy is that to create? It's so gorgeous. Thank you so much for showing all three of those designs so well. Thank you, Tarry.
That's all right.
How's your challenge going, love?
Well, I've undone the strands.
Good. We have got something genuinely very special for you after the break. I have got so many news. I've got new products, I've got new low prices, and I've got a gemstone that I don't think we've ever seen here at JewelleryMaker before.
Ooh.
Join us after this very short break.
Download the JewelleryMaker app today. You can watch our JewelleryMaker shows live, view all the details of the item that is currently on air, as well as browsing all the items from today's show. You can also minimize the video or switch to use as a companion app. Get the JewelleryMaker app today and boost your viewing experience. Join Gemma Crow and take your wireworking to the next level by learning how to use our higher gauges of wire with ease. Develop new skills that will enable you to successfully manipulate, texture and shape your wire into strong, durable and beautiful jewellery. This course includes a selection of wire, 20 pieces of sterling silver flat head pins, a strand of large gemstones, use of all relevant tools, buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios and a visit to our Gemporia museum. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. JewelleryMaker, bringing out the designer in you.
Here at JewelleryMaker, we like to provide you with the best possible service. Our friendly and helpful call centre team are on hand 24 hours a day to assist you with your shopping or any other queries you may have. We also have a dedicated Facebook help team who are on hand 7 days a week between the hours of 7:30 a.m. and 10:30 p.m. JewelleryMaker, making your experience the best it can be.
Did you know you can purchase incredible jewellery featuring genuine gemstones on our sister channel Gems? Come along and see what treasures you can find.
Join the incredibly talented guest designer Alison Tarry in her very first wire sculpture DVD. In this edition, you will learn all the skills needed to create fabulous scrollwork designs, including a decorative bell, wire booties and an ornamental box. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
If you miss a Jewellery Maker show, then simply go to our YouTube page where you'll be able to find hours of Jewellery Maker footage. Search by show, date or type. Alternatively, search by guest designer by using our playlist page. You can also find hours of tutorials with handy hints and tips to give you inspiration. Our YouTube page is updated on a daily basis, so you can access any show at any time. Stay in touch with Jewellery Maker.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Designer Inspiration. Oh, it's so nice to have you on board with us today. It really is. Lots of lovely names that I can see up there. Pauline's in with us today, Jennifer is, George is as well, Janet is, Linda is, Lorraine. Hello to absolutely every single one of you. Thank you so much for being on board with us. If you're new to us, welcome. My name is Rebecca Redican. Do feel free to call me Becky though. And within the next, 40 minutes or so, we're going to learn how to create this that was made by a lovely little lady, Alison Tarry. Hello, Tarryster.
Hello.
What were you talking about crufts for, love?
Oh, just saying, remind me not to book this weekend next year, because the traffic out there is horrendous.
Absolutely.
I knew it would be. As soon as I went home a few weeks ago and I saw the banner for crufts, I was like, you know it's crufts, it's always crufts around your birthday. Why on earth did you volunteer to come through Birmingham?
Yeah,
through all the traffic,
so busy.
Crufts Week.
Isn't it?
Oh, it's bonkers.
So if you're driving around Birmingham this weekend, leave early because the traffic is rough.
Bum bum.
I'm wasted in this job, aren't I? Stand up, should be. No one to come, but I've got loads and loads of treats for you now. I wanted to call it Newy Newness. We decided that wasn't good enough, so we went for Unseen Dreams.
Ooh.
But you never see dreams because your eyes are closed.
There's no need to be smart.
I prefer yours.
Do you? Yeah. Newy Newness?
Yeah.
Good recovery.
Good recovery. Unseen Dreams, what is this going to be? Well, we're going to be bringing you some really unusual pieces, and there's going to be something new about it, whether it's first time you've seen it by itself, whether it's the first time you've seen it at all, whether it's an unseen lowest ever price. We've got loads coming up for you now. So, where am I starting? This is a gemstone. Oh my gosh, honestly. Can I just go over to Tarry? Do you mind? Do you mind?
Am I going to love it?
It is a I've never seen this gemstone before.
I love that. Oh my gosh, I've never seen it on here before. I've seen it on gems. I absolutely... let me have a closer look.
Isn't that stunning?
Let me just
Come here, you. Come here, you. That's gorgeous, isn't it?
That is amazing.
Look at those colours.
I was going to say, look at the different colours you're getting, because at first you think it's just green.
Right, stop it. I've got to take it now. People at home are getting jealous. I've got to.
I've had a bad day.
Oh my gosh, well,
gorgeous.
Alison Tarry, this, ladies and gentlemen, I'll show it you in its
amazing
form. If you were a gem collector, then this is the one for you. It's the first time you've ever seen this. Listen, because this is gem collector quality, because this is gems of distinction quality, because this gemstone is hardly ever seen, I have single figures, because the quality is so epic that actually we cannot get more of this into this collection. This is brand spanking new. It is your Amble Abbey that we have. Let me get it out for you, please. What you can't see yourself is kind of the the multicolour rainbow effect in this, and it truly is, isn't it?
I know, and brilliant though Ben is, the cameras can't show you that.
Yes, you're right.
That is
Have
incredible.
a little look.
He's going to prove me wrong now.
It is absolutely spectacular. Honestly,
Incredible.
it's truly astonishing. One thing that you're missing is actually the rainbow effect. You're getting golds, you're getting pinks, you're getting yellows. It is absolutely exceptional. This is one of the most luxurious gemstones in the world. I need to say to you that this isn't going to be your usual price point that you might expect. This will, however, be absolutely sensational. I absolutely adore this gemstone. You have got just the quality of it. It's astonishing.
Love it.
Your price point today, £39.95. I need to say to you, imagine that in a ring. It's going, it's going, it's going, it's going. Honestly, sensational, just well done. Genuinely, when you get this home, you're going to see exactly what I mean about that array of colour. Just well done to you. I'm so sorry, you're going to hate me. It's a sellout. I'm so sorry. I did try and give you a heads up. I'm so sorry.
I didn't even get a chance to ask him and beg.
No, sorry.
That's just not.
Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. I've got loads of other treats though. Where to? Well done to everyone who got that. You are going to fall in love.
So okay.
This is an unseen dream because
It's just not fair that you put all this stuff on when I'm on the screen.
do you know why I do it? I do it because you don't laugh at my jokes and I like to annoy you. I have no sympathy. Do you love this?
Okay. Oh, that's lovely.
Isn't it? You have seen it before though, technically. Thank you, Brother Pete, for my chocolate and my brew. Don't put it on my notes though, because I'm trying to read those. I love you so much. Thank you so much, Peter. You're absolute love. I have got here for you a stunning strand of sapphire. The thing is, you have seen this before. It has been on your screens before, so that's not the new thing about this. This gemstone is synonymous with regality. It is one of the most royal and regal gemstones in the world. In fact, for a lot of people, a lot of gem collectors, when we say the word royal, this will be the one that absolutely springs to mind. The reason this will spring to mind is for a number of reasons. Even just, you know, our royal family here, if we're thinking about them, one of the very, very noted sapphire pieces, I suppose, of kind of our, you know, regal history here in Britain would be the fact that we all know Edward gave Mrs. Simpson a stunning multicoloured sapphire bracelet that she loved so much with absolutely all of her heart, that actually she got some of her most prized dresses altered. Even those with names such as Van Cleef attached, she would get altered so that the line on the sleeve of her dress would be raised so that she could show off her beautiful multicoloured sapphire bracelet. Of course, sapphire, you know, it's always been popular, but it's peaked in recent years due to something that the media kind of puts across as the Kate Middleton effect. Of course, when she got handed down the ring that was once Diana's and now she wears as well. Sapphire is absolutely synonymous with royalty and regality, and what I need to say is, you don't need to be on a king's wage to afford this strand today. Should be. Lowest ever price. This sapphire is exquisite. It's real, it's regal, it's royal, and it's honestly the lowest price you've ever seen on this. £19.95. 20 carats worth of the crispest, the brightest, the most multicoloured, luminous strand of sapphire. That is astonishing Truly, truly amazing. Look, you've got some of the rarest colours in here. You've got some of the rarest colours of the world of sapphire in here. You've got those rich yellows, those oranges. You've got those gentle pinks and blues. Loads of you coming in for this. Well done, absolutely everybody. This is genuinely, look at the quality of this. They are sensational sapphires. Never been that price before. That is your new unseen dream. I told you, a bit of a dream to be able to own 20 carats worth of sapphire at that price point. Just think about prices you've seen and I've seen and Alison's seen, everybody's seen on high street stores for you know, 1 carat sapphire rings. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds for 8 carats worth. Yes, all right, it's going to be with, you know, your 925 in a ring or whatever, but 20 carats worth at that price point is astonishing. But ladies and gentlemen, I've only been allowed to do that because my stock is getting relatively low. I've still got a decent amount. I'm out of my last chance saloon, but with the amount of people that are coming in at this speed, this will be gone sooner rather than later. So for your lowest ever price on this strand of sapphire, get it whilst you can, because it's just £19.95. Just think about that for a minute. 20 carats of sapphire, £19.95. In fact, you know what? And this is no exaggeration whatsoever, in certain stores, if you were to buy 20 carats with, say, bracelet of sapphire, you could move that decimal point 2 across, couldn't you? Easily.
Absolutely.
Easily.
Very easily.
£19.95 for you today. Well done, everybody. Not many of those left whatsoever. Well done. Please do check out your baskets if you want it. I love these, and I know that you will too. I think this is so up your street. These are a new unseen dream because they've never been seen alone before.
Ooh.
They're new and they're natural. I think they are sensational. Every single one telling a story.
I love those.
I knew you would. I knew.
Oh my gosh.
Aren't they gorgeous?
They're amazing.
How sensational. Oh my goodness. Do you know who else would love them? Spellbinding Laura Binding. Do you love... Hello, Spelby. Hello. It's lovely to see you. Look at you perching there. You look lovely. Hair looks nice.
Thank you.
What do you think of these?
Gorgeous. They're stunning.
Do you like? She can't see them.
Sorry.
Have a little look. Like, oh no.
Aren't they amazing?
They're up your street, aren't they?
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Go with what you're wearing.
Would actually. Might go out and order some.
All right, cool. I'll leave you do that.
I've had my husband on tap today.
Yeah, husband has been tasked today. You have got here
They're gorgeous.
650 carats worth of your grey crazy agate in these puffy squares. Look at how beautiful they are.
Stunning.
Every single one of these individual and unique. I love the fact that this is a totally natural strand of agate, which does not happen that often at all. You know that and I know that. Natural agate is a rarity to us. I adore about these the fact that maybe you love the look of a wire wrap cabochon, but you're a little bit afraid of actually working with a cabochon, just because you haven't got that added security of the drill hole. Well, with these you do, but you won't be able to tell because the vast majority of them are completely opaque. So you can almost wire wrap these as if they were a cabochon, but you know you've got that sneaky security of that drill hole. What would you do with these, please, Alison?
Oh, gosh, loads. Make a bracelet. Now they're perfect with any colour. They're a blank, although they've got the pattern, they're a blank canvas for colour-wise.
Yes.
So they'll go with everything. They'll go absolutely with everything. So you could use a bit of colour pop, and I'd do a single strand. I'd have wire either side, but I'd take the wire and I'd try and pick out some of the patterns and follow a bit of it with some wire with a colour on. Maybe a black wire. Maybe black and gold wire together.
Love that idea.
Really get the power pop. I'd also use it as a focal. One of them as a focal in a slave bracelet.
Love that.
On your hand, to sit on top of your hand.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Pendants. They're small enough to be earrings.
Yeah.
But I love the idea of actually putting the wire over them and making following the patterns with the wire and exaggerating them. Absolutely amazing.
Astonishing.
I love them. So much versatility in that. So much.
Would you pay
Yes.
80p per one?
Yeah.
Would you pay 85p per one?
Yeah.
90p per one?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why I'm saying any of this because it's none of them prices. Price point today is just £7.95. That's working out about 50 pence per one.
Oh, I'm not supposed to be saying this.
No, he's not listening.
Oh no. He might be listening.
He might be.
He might be listening. I've had a bad day, babe.
Oh.
I've had a really bad day.
Oh
I've had
my
a flat
gosh, you
tire.
can totally see Alison Tarry's way, can't you?
It's been awful.
It's been very tricky, babe. I'm sorry. Please.
But it's your car.
There's so many. Just so you know, John, that you're going to hear about this car for weeks. Do you remember 3 weeks ago with my car? Oh, please, I need it. There's so many of you coming in for this. I know, I don't think anyone expected that price. It's unique, it's individual, it's so different, but it's stunning. Again, I am moving on, but purely because I've got so much coming on. I'm happy to say, I think I start with about 100 of these, so I've got a decent quantity, but your names have gone off my screen, so just to let you know.
Stunning.
Now, another unseen dream. This is one of my favourite pairings in the world.
I love those.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I am. Prasiolite, concave cut. Yes. It's an unseen dream because I'm going to take it to the lowest ever price.
You can't be selling that as a low price.
Yeah, we're going to.
They are amazing, those.
Honestly, they are. I know you've worked with these quite a bit, haven't you? Not specifically this strand, but I know you've worked with a lot of the concave cuts.
I've got some Prasiolite concave cut. I don't know whether it's that strand. They're amazing. The clarity's amazing. The cut's amazing. They're versatile. They're absolutely stunning to work with. Stunning to work with.
I absolutely love these. So called the concave cut for the fact that every single facet on here, which already is very difficult to create, is actually concave in its appearance. So as opposed to it being flat, it does dome. That is done by the lapidrist, well, in fact, not the lapidrist, the concave artist, as they undulate over a very fast turning lathe to give you this gorgeous captivation of light, because what happens is the light enters, and due to the concave, it kind of gets trapped in there for a longer period of time. I always think of it very much like a pinball effect. The light gets caught in, and because of the doming, it kind of pings around and stays in there almost for longer, and that's why you get this stunning effect. If I show you around it, they are the drops. You've got your table there, which is in the drop shape, going down to the crown, kind of around the girdle section there as well. The culée point from there going up through the pavilion is also concave, so it's not just the top that's concaved on these, it is the whole thing. And I want to show you as well that both the front and the back of these are absolutely stunning. Really so beautiful. Massive amount you get on this strand. Already loads of you checking out. I've got to get your price in. Price point today has been enjoyed at £29.95, which genuinely is astonishing, considering that to do a concave cut on average will take about 45 minutes per gemstone. Not the usual. Usually to do, say, a plain round from cobbing to stranding is about 8 minutes to create. These are about 45 minutes per one to create. £22.95. Never, ever seen before price point today. That is truly astonishing, isn't it? It's your Prasiolite, otherwise known as your green amethyst, 45 carats worth, concave cut to perfection to give you this glow, this fire and this intensity. The only reason I've been allowed to take that price so low is for the fact that I now am in my last chance saloon on this opportunity. I didn't start off with that many. I started off with around 40. So I am in my last chance saloon on this right here, right now, once everybody checks out in particular. £22.95. I know that you've worked with this strand before. How much would you be selling an individual pendant piece for with this?
Depending on whether I did it in plate or 95. But in plate, for a single pendant dropper necklace, Probably about £25.
So just for an individual one, you've essentially made your money back on just one piece.
Yeah. Depending on how elaborate you make it and all the rest of it, but they are absolutely, I love this cut. I love the strands.
Me too.
And I love the Prasiolite, such a delicate green. It's very fresh. It's like the new spring leaves. Just before they unfurl, they've got that almost silvery green, and then they go into that full bright green of summer, and you've just got that expectation. Absolutely love it.
Get these home and you will fall in love. If you don't, 30-day money back guarantee, no questions, no quibbles, but I don't believe any of these are going to come back.
No.
Not many of these left whatsoever. Please check out your baskets, lowest ever price, your unseen dream of Prasiolite. Well done, everyone. I just adore that. Honestly, if you've never owned a concave cut, just treat yourself. Do it. Do it. See how a gemstone can look. Oh, sorry, lovely. What did you say? I love this strand. I adore it. I think it's absolutely astonishing, and you are going to adore it too. Never been seen alone before. It is your bicoloured amethyst.
Squares.
This is a piece of artwork to me. It truly is. Every single one of these is natural. This is Mother Nature's banding. What we have here essentially is where Mother Nature naturally harmonises two individual tones of quartz. So you get the white quartz, which you can see here, bursting through with that crisp freshness, and then you get that deep depth and kind of almost smouldering purple that join together of the amethyst. So it's Mother Nature bringing the harmony through. This to me really is just a proper piece of artwork, which I suppose that's quite interesting because was it Leonardo da Vinci who wrote about amethyst? It was, wasn't it? Leonardo da Vinci wrote about amethyst, essentially saying that he believed that if he was to work when he was creating, and obviously, you know, when he was working, he believed that if he was to wear and work with amethyst close by, that he would focus his creative mind. He also thought that it would quicken his intellect. He wrote, he wrote in a few different journals and a few different books actually. So it's quite interesting that you've got this artistic kind of strand that has a great artist connotated with it. Every single one of these is totally individual and unique. I would say to you that when you're dealing with bicoloured amethyst that is a natural form, you are dealing with yourself a real true rarity. If you want harmony of colour, if you want nature at its finest, if you want a true piece of Mother Nature's artwork, you've got it here at a price point that could easily and should easily demand a luxury price point. It could and should because it's natural, which we know often brings up the price. We could and should because it's bicoloured amethyst, which we hardly ever see. When's the last time you saw white and purple two-tone amethyst? When is it? By itself? I can't think of a time I have. So it could quite easily demand a high price point. I would say that we'd be happy if it was £12.95, wouldn't we?
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
What if I could take it under 10?
Oh really?
Okay. Oh really?
Oh, really? That's under 10.
You're not wrong. That is under 10.
Spotted that.
£6.95.
Tell you what they'd be brilliant for, cufflinks.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely spot. And also the cabochon we had in the kit.
Yes, that's what I said before. Do you remember me saying I've got that bicoloured amethyst?
Yeah.
This would go perfect.
It would be beautiful to make your necklace out of those.
Really pretty.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just adore this. It is a work of art, and it's so nice to have now and again an amethyst whereby every single one doesn't look exactly the same, and you can actually pick out which ones you want to work with at that time. I've got to say, I think it will go great with this strand of amethyst I've got coming up later on, wouldn't it? Oh, that looks so pretty together. A little bit modern actually. That as a pairing.
Oh, nice.
Checkerboard faceted. Can you believe
Checkerboard
it?
faceted.
That's coming up for you very soon. $6.95. You've got to check out those baskets because I'm getting into low stock on these. Unseen Dream, at that price point, it really is a dream, isn't it? Well done, everyone. Last time you bought these, you will have had to have bought a whole kit to get your hands on this. It's the first time you've ever seen it by itself at that price point. $6.95 for you today. Oh, a bundle, is it? Oh, an unseen bundle. I love the labradorite that we've had in of late, that has the clarity to it, but you still have that shiller. I think it's really beautiful, and I've got a strand like that just here. These are perfect for my eye, in the sense that you've got that gorgeous symmetry, but yet the organic feel. Because each one of these is your medium-sized nuggets. When I say medium size, I'm talking about the sizing from around a 7mm all the way to around a 17 by 10 mil on these today. You've got 3 strands here of gorgeous gemstones. You've got that wonderful labradorite, which does have clarity, but still has beautiful sheen and labradorescence and shiller to it, which you can see a little bit. Don't forget, in the studio it is really hard to see labradorescence just due to the lighting in here, but you can see a little bit there. You've got 150 carats worth. You've also got 150 of the lemon quartz as well. Rare that we see lemon quartz, but I love it at this time of year. It's got those daffodil spring colours coming through. My crocuses have come out. Can you believe it?
Yeah, mine are coming out.
Oh, I love it. I only planted them, obviously, last year, but oh yeah, I love them. You've got 150 carats worth there. Beautiful clarity to those, and still that nice burst of sunshine. And then I've got your red agate drops as well. 150 on those. Not just red agate though, are they? Lots of gold tones, lots of kind of fire opal tones in there as well. Your price point for 3 strands today.
Been done.
Should be, but I kind of laughed at Helena slightly before when I said, I really like what you've called that bundle. So she's called it 150 carats, including 150 carats. Oh, I just love it. So she's decided to take it down in price even further. It should be £12.85. Your price point today, though, is just £8.95. We were thinking of going to £9.95, but we had the leeway there, so we've done it. We've gone as low as we possibly can on this. A trio of stunning gemstones, all 150 carat strands approximately, and all 3 at just $8.95 for you today. What would you do with these, please, Alison?
I've actually seen lately. I do a bubble bracelet. Yes. That I've done. Brilliant for it. Solid, chunky, but they're so smooth. Yeah. Brilliant. Perfect. I like mixing them, but I also use them because they're their drop. I'd use them in my work pieces, so I'd use 2 and 3 pieces. And I'd use them sparingly, but I'd have to colour grade the...
Of course you would, the agate. Of course. You are Alison Tarry.
I would.
$8.95 for you today. Well done, everyone. Again, I am moving on, but purely because it's designer inspiration time. So do stay... Pardon?
Already?
Yeah, we're ready.
Oh. Okay.
Yes. Do check out your baskets on those ones. Nice work, Tatsy, everybody. Okay. It is designer inspiration time. We're going to be learning how to create this piece. So what you need to do is get your hands on the kit. I'm giving you a heads up as soon as I possibly can. I have got around 70 of this kit. That may well sound like a lot, but it's really, really not when you're considering all the people watching and when you consider the amazing talents of Alison Tarry and exactly what we're going to be able to get out of this. So do get in. Please try not to kind of dawdle if you can. Just check out as soon as you get the opportunity to do so. I'll sum up exactly what we've got. We've got 40 metres worth of wire and we've got 5 strands in this. So get yourself on the phone because I promise you I'm going to be, well, it's going to be under £30. I promise you that. I promise. So let's have a little look at what we've got here. You've got the beautiful colour combination of that rich sapphire blue juxtaposed with that hotness of the copper. We've got in the copper 0.4 and we've got 0.6. In the blue you have your 1 mil and we have the 0.8. So a real nice range we have on there. These are the imperative grades of your wire for this collection. And it's interesting to me that Alison Tarry has actually made so many pieces, not just this one, and we've still got enough wire left over to make so much more. So these are actually imperative for this design. Get them whilst you can, because I would say that even if you've got slightly maybe 1 gauge off, it's going to give you a completely different look. If you've maybe got, for example, 1 mil of one colour but then a 0.8 of another, it's going to give it a completely different look. It might be a positive one, it might not. So go for safety, get this whilst you can. Well done, people already checking out on this, thank you very much. Let's show you the strand, shall we? I love that we've been doing this of late. How perfectly does this go? These you will have seen in the centre of the flowers. This is your beautiful sky shine, almost metallic colouring that we have applied to the top of this wonderful quartz. You have just got this stunning appeal, haven't you? Really very beautiful. 100 carats worth you have there. 6 mil. I've also got your sodalite. I adore sodalite. It is so beautiful. It has this gorgeous kind of lying down, you know, in a really warm day, looking up at the sky, seeing the clouds and the beautiful blue richness. It's gorgeous. It's got that kind of feel. I don't know if anybody remembers the James and the Giant Peach film that was kind of part live action, part animation. And you know, him and his family kind of sit out, don't they? And they look up at the clouds and they all play the game where they guess what each of the clouds are. It gives me that feel. It's beautiful. I adore it. I've then got for you, go great with that bundle which we had before. I don't think we had any left, but we might have done the Lapis bundle. You've got these gorgeous kind of slices, I think, of Lapis lazuli, centre drilled fancy slices. They're from around a 7x8 to a 14x8 mil, and you've got 350 carats worth on there. Really very beautiful strand. I'm thinking about James and the Giant Peach now. What were they called? Because no, not caterpillar. No, the aunties. Because I used to call my mum. I used to name my mum after one of them. Aunt Sponge. Sponge. Yeah, when my mum was being mischievous. Auntie Sponge, like that. Who was that played by? Wasn't it? Oh, it was her. It was Patsy off Ab Fab, wasn't it?
Oh, was
Joanna
it?
Lumley.
Joanna
Yeah,
Lumley.
sure she was. I've also got for you Aunt what? Aunt Spiker and Aunt Sponge. Yeah, I remember now. I've also got in here your Rainbow Moonstone. 30 carats worth here. 3 to 4 mil we have on those ones. It's got a beautiful blue hue to the kind of schiller to these, which tones in really wonderfully with this. Lastly, but by no means leastly, I have your faceted strand here of your blue quartzite. These are 6 mil and they just shine wonderfully. I love that we've got something for everyone here. You've got a metallic effect with your quartz. You've got that dimple and kind of splash melting effect with the sodalite. You've got that beautiful organic feel with the lapis. You've got clarity but with a hint of schiller with the moonstone. And then you've got facets with your beautiful faceted strand. What's the size on those ones? 6 mil on that quartzite, 85 carats worth. Something for everybody here. Let's reiterate, all of these strands, 5 in total and 40 metres worth of wire. You add your 0.4, your 0.6, your 1 mil and you add your 0.8 as well. Your price point today should be £42.55. I promised it would be under 30 and it absolutely is. Your price point today is not nearly £42.55. We're taking it down, really far down. £25.95 for you today, Alison Tarry. Your face is shocked.
That is, I am.
Genuinely, how much would I sell this? How much would I sell this for? When I go home with it later? No. How much should I sell this for?
30, 35.
£35. That. I would pay more for this, just so you know.
Oh, right. I'll see you later then.
Well, no, it's too late. You know, you've said it now. Even if I'm absolutely blown away that if this was £35, absolutely shocked.
And it works because I've used the moonstone and I love the metallic coating on those.
Me
Absolutely
too.
adored the metallic
Gorgeous.
coating. And I used the quartzite and the denim tones, and you get a slightly different effect.
Yes.
Slightly. Funnily enough, that one was kind of made to measure for you. Funnily enough, the other one kind of fits me.
Oh, that's strange.
Strange, that, isn't it? You know? Anyone would think I planned it.
Do you know what I think is absolutely amazing?
Go on.
The fact that this looks so bejewelled, it's so encrusted, there's so much wire on here, but you've still managed to do a really embellished double-sided cuff, a gorgeous pair of earrings, and just jewel upon jewel, gem upon gem, double wrapped necklace.
Yeah, and I still had some left, so I could have done earrings with it as well. More
That's
earrings.
Amazing. I can't believe how far this kit goes. It genuinely just goes on and on and on, doesn't it?
And these I love because I've been working on a hinge design for a while.
Yeah.
And this I just love it. Just absolutely love it. Do you know what? I love this girl.
I have got for you here today lots and lots of absolute goodies, loads of treats coming up for you. But I need to say, please check out those baskets. Helena. Oh, she's just stopped. I'm not going to ask the camera to go on you. I'm just wondering, how many do we have left approximately? About 40 left now. That's it. It might sound like a lot, but it's really not. When you see the amount of people within the baskets, it's beating our average saving. Is this there for a reason?
No, I couldn't reach it.
It's just a random piece of wire. Just.
I was using it when I cleared away me challenge.
Oh, right, got you. Got you.
Happened to be. I've got some chartreuse wire in my challenge.
Oh, love that. How good. Right, we better get started, you know, because I know we want to go through as much of this as we possibly can. Don't forget, we will be taking pictures, etc. for you. I'll open this so we can share. You've got $25.95 on that. It's an amazing price, but it really is. Where are we starting, lovely
We're going
lady?
to start with the bracelet.
The cuff bracelet itself.
Now,
okay.
You could do this as wide or as narrow as you like, if you see what I mean.
Yes.
I love the way this blue and copper wire go together. Blew me away. It really blew me away because you can see it, and then when you put it together in the flower, it's like, oh, that looks amazing. You just get this, amazing. Right, so we're going to do the cuff. So you want a piece. It's got to be half your wrist size.
Yes.
Plus about 3 centimetres more. Okay.
Got you.
And then we need 4 pieces of it, and it's the 1 mil.
Okay.
So let me just.
So just whilst you're getting that off, if I can just show you exactly how this works. It is the hinge design. So this is the cuff that we're using as the base, and we're going to be showing you how to create this. And that's why she's saying half, because we do half at a time, because it is the hinge design. So this is, we're going to be looking at a half of this, and obviously same on the other side.
So for each half, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 pieces the same length.
Okay, of your 1 mil wire.
Of your 1 mil.
Okay.
I just quite liked it doubled. You could do it single, but you lose the impact of it against the beads. So, hang on.
Just to let you know as well, I have got some more 1 mil coming up for you later in a different colour. I've got it in a turquoise colour coming up for you in a bit.
Now that would take you from the Moroccan to the Indian henna styles.
Yes.
And the wedding ones use colour.
You're
Have
right.
you seen any of them? The wedding design.
I know exactly what you mean.
Amazing. And that turquoise would be perfect for it. Sorry, right. Now I've put on, there's 14 beads on here of the metallic. Again, it's going to depend on your wrist size. It's not exactly that size because you're doing it at an angle. So what I would say is put on some more. It doesn't matter because I'm doing it from the reel. So when we get to the end, if you measure it and you think, oh, I need more, you can cut a generous amount and add more in.
Got you.
So it's not the end of the world, but you might as well thread on 15, 16, 17.
Yep.
And it just saves that. Yeah. So holding our 2 wires flat, I'm going to do about 3 rounds. Okay. We're going to take, and you just feed a bead down. It's great. And then we've got another 2 pieces. Now you can wire wrap in different ways. It sounds stupid when you're just going between them, but you can do it in different ways. So with the outside, if you pass me the other one, save me dragging your arm. I don't know whether you can see it, but they go up, down, up, down, up, down. So can you see how some are sticking up and some are sticking underneath?
Yes, I see.
Yeah, and that's because of the way we've done it. The internal ones I've done the other way, so they all lie level. So it's quite interesting that you get a different effect.
You do.
So when I've wrapped it around, I've threaded my bead down, and I'm going to go from the over that side over the other side.
Okay.
So they're both going over the top. Okay, and you'll find, to begin with, your wire's trying to go all over the place. Don't worry. But you want to keep it tight to the bead. Okay. Not tight, but you don't want masses of wire between.
Tight.
Yeah, just not
okay.
Not can't breathe, undo the button.
Okay.
Just snug.
Okay.
Sorry, I am strange.
Bladder warmy stretchy trousers on Christmas Day kind of tight.
Yeah.
Got you.
I'm very strange, aren't I?
You said it, not me.
So we've wrapped around twice, so the wire is now at the bottom. So I'm just going to put the other bead up and then stay on the bottom and go round. Do you know what? They have to search for ages for people as mad as me to come here. There's not many of us. Sorry. I just waited till you had a mouthful of tea before I said that. Thread the next bead down. And I'm now going over the top. Okay? So while I finish the end of this, let me show them again, and then if you want to do that. I'm kind of bossy today, aren't I?
Yeah.
Cool. So over the top, and then we're going to go underneath. You find your beads start going all over.
Right.
So that goes underneath and wraps, and then ends up coming on the top. And you can already see how they're going up and down and up and down.
I've got you. Yeah, you can see.
Yeah?
That it's...
Do you want me to turn it?
Yeah,
there you go.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Lush.
God, you know what? The stuff you have here are amazing.
Right. Now, lovely, lovely, ladies and gentlemen, Alison Tarry is weaving away, so it's probably a good idea for me to do this now, which is what you're being bossy about. You know, you can do your thing if you want. So I've got a little treat here for you. That does include the 1mm wire.
And that turquoise is...
It's going to look amazing. So if you do want to create this in a different colourway with your turquoise base, what kind of feel are you going to get? You're going to get
Indian.
freshness. You're going to get Indian.
Yeah.
You've got the gorgeous peacock tones working with this, haven't you? I'm also adding... So you're weaving with a what?
This... Oh, yes, good point.
Yeah.
This wire is the 0.6 copper.
It is, isn't it? Good job. Good job, Alison.
Almost like you planned it.
I've also got your 0.6 in here as well, and this is in the pink. Imagine those two together. That's going to be beautiful, isn't it? So this would be the base, and then you've got that weaving over the top. Imagine a flower that you're going to get to create that look. Really beautiful, wouldn't it? I've also got your 0.8 in the fuchsia, and I've got your 0.4 as well. You have got the same gauges here as you do in the kit, but a mad array of colours. That's you could make something really fun, really funky, really vibrant with this. This is your mix and match wire that we have here today. You've got 40 metres worth in total, from a 1mm to a 0.4. But don't forget, you've also got the 0.6 and the 0.8.
Fab.
Your price point today is not £16.80, although that's good. Really is. Pardon? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I had to double check the price point then. Sharon, do you think we could do it for like something? Yes, we can. Should have been almost £17. Today it's £7.95. £7.95. Should have been £16.80. £7.95.
That's ridiculous.
I know.
Oh my goodness. £7.
I know.
I had a bad day, that's why.
That's it, yeah.
I have to say though, I'm not having a puncture every day, so you could.
All right, yeah, good, yeah, good plan. One. I once this is sold out in the next couple of minutes, we'll put the kit back up for you. So last few of those kits.
That's incredible.
Shh, before anyone notices, let's move on.
Right, so I've started and ended with 3 wraps round, and then just done a couple either way. I love the way it goes zigzaggy, zigzaggy. Okay,
Fab.
So we need 2 of those.
Ta-da.
Just let me tidy it up. Why didn't I cut my ends off?
Nice flush cutters, Alison, Tarry.
Oh, I love my flush cutters. But you see, this is perfect. You want that to be flush so you don't get any sharp edges. Perfect. Okay, so I've got my 2 sides. Now, I don't want them to be the same way, so I'm going to turn that one over that way.
I see.
So that if I put it that way, that wire
they all
is
lie
hitting.
next to each other. Yeah,
so
got you.
I wanted it that way.
Got you.
We then need the bit in the middle. Now this is, and I've deliberately done it already because watching me thread those on is like watching paint dry, especially without glasses. So I've got two double strands of the 0.6.
Yes. Folding them on top of each other.
I've used the 0.4 to thread these absolutely gorgeous
stunning moonstone.
Moonstone, and you do get the flashes of blue, and it's not reflection from that because you get the flashes of blue away from it. I love these. Absolutely love them. So you put that in the middle. Now when I matched, that's the one, the stones, the moonstone just went perfect with the metallic for me, and the 2 matte ones also go well together.
Love that.
But you could mix and match them. You could have put the I want to call them denim beads, the blue little blue ones.
So delight.
Thank you. Okay, so this one, you know, I was saying you had 2 different ways of doing it.
Yes.
This one I've done the other way, so let me just show you. We went twice round and followed it along the bottom. If I do it without, you'll see the difference. Around and over the top, and you'll get how that goes. Can you see how that goes?
7 of this bundle left, 41 in baskets.
Right.
That wasn't very supportive, Tarry.
No, I laughed. My brain laughed before you said, and 41 in baskets.
Oh.
I was laughing that there was only 7 left.
Right.
Not that there was 41 and some of you were going to, I don't know why I'm bothered. Do you know what? Right, so we've got a line at the bottom, line at the top, and that's how we get the up and down.
Got you.
For the little ones, I wanted it more level.
Yes.
So instead of going straight across the bottom, I've come through the middle and then round, through the middle and then across, and then you get the wire goes at a slant.
Got you.
Okay, so that's the 2 different ways of doing it.
Fab.
You get slightly flatter with going through the middle, and you get this zigzaggy effect through going out. Right.
Okay.
So those are the 2 different bits. Let me get rid of those now.
Okay.
41 in baskets and 7 left.
Well, I don't think we've even got 7 left now. No. That's going to go off your screen now. Pick and mix. It's a goner. We've got the Design Inspiration kit coming back on your screen.
Right. Now, with the beads, I found you've got to judge. You've just got to put them in and go, is that enough? Take a few out or add a few on. Because, measuring them never works directly. So, I'm then going to stitch together using the 0.4. So when I've cut it off, I've left about 30-40 centimetres still on it.
Okay.
And all I'm going to do is catch it. So I'm going to keep as much as I can to copper on copper.
Okay.
So I don't want loads showing on the blue.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go around there, and then I'm going to come round the back and through the moonstone. And then go down the next bit of copper that's wrapped the big bead. Now across the back you get this big long one.
Yes.
But on the front you see less. It doesn't matter if you did have one in the middle, it really doesn't matter, but that's just the way I fancied it. you could make a feature of it.
Okay.
Especially if you were using, if you had the bright kit, you'd really use those colours as a feature.
Got you.
So turn it the right way up. So I've gone between there, and then I'm going to come up ready to go over the next. Because you don't need tons to hold it together. You really don't need tons to hold it together. So go back down there. See how it's sort of matching in?
I know what you mean, yeah.
Where the...
yeah, it snuggles in, doesn't it?
Yeah. The other thing I didn't say when I've done the 2 lots of ladders, let's call them, is I've held the 2 wires flat so you can definitely see the tram lines of the wires. They're not all twisted.
Okay, I've got you.
And it's just to get that effect of the 2 wires. And I'll tell you something else this would look perfect with, and we've had some on the show yesterday, I think, is square wire. Absolutely perfect. Could you imagine doing this one in the middle with your sapphires that you had earlier?
Gorgeous.
Perfect for strands like that.
High-end.
Amazing. If you've got any of those high-end strands of, say, the rubies or anything like that we've had of the 6mm rounds, perfect for there with your high-end strands in the middle. Oh my gosh, take it to a jeweller's.
That's wonderful. Just to let everybody know, we have just been told that our web feed has gone down, which isn't very useful for people who aren't watching on the web. But if you see anyone writing anything on Facebook, or if your friends, for example, usually watch on the website, then please do just let them know that we are going to try and sort it out as quickly as we can, and I'll keep you posted on that. So we are very sorry about it.
Right, so we're going to get to the end. And then we're going to do the other side. So if you've got another bundle.
Oh yeah, I'll do that for you. No problem. No problemo.
I'll prevent the watching paint dry bit.
How's about we do another wire bundle?
I think you need.
Why not? Do you know what? I think we should. Why not? Oh no. Well, telephone bidders, this is your chance, really, isn't it? Because the web's down. Oops.
Sorry.
Alison made me.
Sorry.
Just. Don't worry though, because you can watch back at night, so you'll be fine. We have got here, but you'll probably be gone by then though, so that's no help. Trying to make
that
it
was
better.
being sympathetic. Oh, but there'll be none left by then.
Yeah, well, it's true. It won't. You have got here your wonderful wires, gorgeous array of colours again. Just to let you know, I think this is my penultimate wire bundle of the show today. Is it the final one? What's this? What's that?
That's with this one, isn't it?
What?
Is that with this?
Is this with this one?
Or am I being greedy?
There it is. This is your last wire work bundle. 50 metres worth of your antiques bronze here. Take a little look exactly what we're getting, shall we? You have got, what gauge is this one, Sweet Pea? We're not sure. We'll find out for you in a second. 0.4.
Yeah.
Or with the eye, that was. I've just found out it definitely is 0.4. You've also got in here your copper colour 0.6, 10 metres. Chartreuse 0.6, 10 metres worth. And your fuchsia 0.6, again in the 10mm. So, 0.6 in the fuchsia, the chartreuse, and in the copper, and your 50 metres worth of the antiques bronze in your 0.4mm. So in total we have 50, 60, 70, 80 metres worth of your real deal, wonderful, high quality wire. Price point should be, of course it should be that price, obviously.
Yeah.
We're going to take it down. You are getting 80 metres worth in total. 80 metres for £9.95 today. That is all you're paying. Come in whilst you can. We are getting some web bidders on this, so maybe the web is back up and running, fingers crossed. So well done everybody, loads of multi-buyers on this. Brilliant. Telephone bidders, get on the phone as quickly as you can. It's a race to the finish line as always. £9.95. Once this is gone, we will bring that kit back up for you. So fingers crossed.
Can't believe there's some of the kit left.
What? Oh, there's like 6 or something. Like. Not many. Yeah, not many.
It's one of my favourite kits I've had lately.
Really?
Yeah, apart from the rabbit.
Yeah, that was gorgeous as well.
But it is one of my favourite kits. The colours, I've just fallen in love with this blue and copper.
I'm glad.
I really have fallen in love with the blue and copper.
Right, where are we up to now then,
Right,
Tarry?
I've just got another couple of stitches to do and then we're ready to move on.
Okay,
Just bear with.
All right.
Bear with.
I won't rush you.
Hang on, one more to go. I tell you what. Oh, I can't.
Nah, do you know what? I am going to interrupt you. Well, I'm not interrupting you.
No,
I'm going to let you sew. I may as well bring you the other product I've got to get in the next like 15 minutes.
Perfect.
And then I can let you chill out then, can't I?
Perfect.
Ta-da! It's a tool, wire twister tool.
Oh, wire twister tool, brilliant.
It is easy peasy lemon wire twisting squeezy to get your hands on. It's a good job I've brought this up actually because that's just sold out and well about to, like 3 left, too many in baskets to say. So let's bring you this and then we can spend loads of time with Tarista. You have got here your wire twister tool, so simple to use. It can make your weaving wire into a structural wire. It can make your, single coloured wire into this myriad of rainbow coloured wires. It can give you texture to your pieces. It can act as a base for you to add gemstones onto. It's so simple to use. You get the plain disc here, which essentially will just loop onto the end of your handle. You get the 5 individual holes in here which you can fit numerous different gauges of wire in. You can do 0.25 with this if you wanted to do 5 strands. You could even go up to a 1 mil with these, and essentially all you have to do is you'll hold this section here and turn this handle and it simply twists your wire for you. Twisted wire is a beautiful thing. You can see how to use it. What? I know. This is the wonders of TV. No one needs to know that.
Oh,
that
sorry.
I'm going.
As if by
Twisted
magic.
Wire is wonderful when I'm trying to get my director / tech op to find me twisted wire pieces. You have got your wire twisting tool. So easy to use. Your price point today.
I don't think you've got any there, have you?
£8.45 is your price point on this today. Your wire twister tool with your disc. You got 5 pieces in there today. It means you don't have to buy your own wire. It gives you beautiful symmetry to your pieces time and time again. So easy to use. £8.45 for you today, and all you have to do is hold that section, turn the handle. You can do as long a length as you like, and you can see symmetry, strength, beautiful effect, great for talk style necklaces, time and time again. Well done everyone. Okay, I'm back with you.
Right, okay, so we've got our 2, front and back.
Yes.
Now, you could go the whole hog and put another strip of the moonstone there.
Oh, make it a
and
real
make
big
a
one.
really big one. Really big one. But bear in mind, your wrist does that. Well,
yeah, it goes
not quite like that,
slimmer
but
at one point,
yeah,
doesn't it?
So you've got to aim for the widest part.
Got you.
Right, so for the end, you want to leave about 1 centimetre. This we're going to do as the hinge end.
Okay.
Oh, I haven't tidied that wire away. Very remiss of me. I shall just snip those off. Poor.
We have still got a few of those flush cutters left. Very few.
You won't regret it. You won't. Now, at this stage, you can, if you think, oh my gosh, I've cut that too short, you can still just pull it through. So don't worry if they're not perfectly the same length. Now we're going to put a loop. Now you don't want a massive loop on the end. You don't want a teeny weeny. You want to be able to get a piece of 1 mil through it. This is going to be the hinge side. So I'd go a little way down your pliers, maybe 1 centimetre, 3/4 of a centimetre, and form a loop.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, got you.
And you're going to do that all the way along. And what you're trying to do, this side's easy because like I say you can move these. What you're trying to do is get them all in a line.
Okay.
So as you can see you can still
move it, yeah.
Flex it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would do both sides like that before you progress on. which I've just realised I should have prepped that one already. I didn't think of doing that stage. Okay, we're then going to take our 1mm wire. So imagine we've done both sides.
Okay.
That's an oversight. And we've got time, have we? To go through there. Okay, so that's what you want it to be able to do.
Okay,
now
I
I took some of the
gizmo coiled wire.
0.8 gizmo coiled wire, and I snipped it to fit in there bits, just to make it look a little bit neater.
Okay, good tip.
So you do both sides, and you've got to feed them in.
Okay.
And then obviously your gizmo coil would sit between the both.
Fab.
Right, at the end of this, all you need is a little loop. Again, you want it about 1 centimetre down. So you'd put your little loop, wire wrap one of the smaller stones that you've used in here as a highlight, thread it through your two sides, pull them a little bit so that you've got a bit of tension on it.
Yeah.
Put your loop on the other side, bearing in mind you've got to have put both sides on.
Yeah, of course.
I know that sounds stupid to say, but
No, it's something you can miss, isn't it?
I did the loop without doing it first. I was like, oh yeah, that works. Oh yeah.
It's easy to miss.
And then wire wrap a bead on the other side.
Got ya.
Just you can do what you like with that. You can make a scroll out of it. You can do whatever, but it just finishes it off. Yeah.
Okay, fab.
Okay, that's that side. Now the other side is slightly different. On the other side, we want the hole to be slightly bigger, because if I can borrow that little pin that you pulled out, what I've done is made a little springy pin.
Yeah.
So I put a little kink in the pin, and that goes through the first two loops, and then locks it in place.
Got you.
However, I've done the two in two different designs.
Oh, right, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The other one on yours, what I've done is I waved it. So I put a
like a Kirby grip.
Yeah. So I kind of did that through it.
Yeah, got
Not
you.
as exaggerated as that.
Yeah.
And that actually holds as well.
Fab.
Because I did that one first, and I thought, oh, that actually works as well. So you can do either way, but remember that your first loop wants to be a little bit bigger.
Okay.
And because I've used a bent one for the pin, for both pins actually, even the waggly one, you've got to allow for the diameter to take the U-bend at the other end.
I see.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's how you do the bracelet.
Fab. So that is the whole bracelet section.
That's the whole
of that
bracelet
one
section.
done and dusted. Next bit we're going on
Next
to
bit.
is the petals,
The flower.
is it?
Yeah.
The flower itself.
Flower. So this should do a half a one. It's the same principle to do the whole one.
So we do learning how to do the half for one.
Yeah, and I've just
but
put
we
the wrong wire.
obviously, you create it in the same
Yeah.
manner.
Now what I've done is with the professional gizmo we've got,
Yes.
you get the
Big rods.
extra long rods. I used the teeniest of the
thinnest one.
rods.
Okay.
Now if you've got, you haven't got this one, you can still do it, and you basically do as many petals as you can out of one length, and then join it in. Doesn't really matter.
Okay.
But because I've used the smallest one with 0.8, you have to be careful, because you can't just keep attention, because the 0.8 is as wide as your mandrel.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so just be aware, you've got to be a little bit careful
Okay,
with
good
that.
tip.
Okay, and then because I've used that one, your 1mm won't actually go through the middle, because the diameter is too small. So use your 0.8 to feed through.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're going to form the petals. So 3/4, 7mm, something like that. You can do these as big as you want. I've just used my finger to put a bend.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to reverse that bend and put another one in.
Okay.
So you're almost getting a letter M. If you don't use your fingers, you've got to be very gentle with your pliers. Not because you're going to strip the wire, but because you'll squash out. That's the wrong word.
I know what you mean.
You'll lose the coils.
The coil,
So
yeah.
you can actually use your pliers
Got ya.
to get your dent. Okay? So you get your M shaped, or your heart shaped. You can make lovely little hearts with these. Okay? And then you want your legs roughly the same size. Bend it completely. It doesn't matter about your coil there. and then you're going to form these M's. And I never bother if they're slightly different, because it's, even though stylized, it's still a flower. So for someone who's symmetry orientated, I really don't mind if it's something that's sort of styled on something natural, if it's not perfect, because very little in nature is perfect.
Absolutely.
Maybe beautiful, but very little is actually perfect.
Absolutely.
Okay, so again, you can gently use your pliers. You'll get a narrower one with your pliers, but you see if you press too hard, I don't know whether we can get in close on that. See how that sort of squashed and opened up?
Yeah.
So a man on a galloping horse isn't going to see it, but you can avoid it. So
I've never heard that saying before. No, but I love it.
It's my mother saying that. Oh, a man on a galloping horse, I'll never notice that.
I love it.
So to be fair, most of the time, most people wouldn't notice. When I did the wire wrap for that demo for the black cab, one of them has got 4 wraps round. It's the one I look at every single time. I'm like, ah!
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, I'm not going back to do it, but nobody else would probably have ever noticed.
No, you're always more critical of your own pieces, aren't you, than anyone else?
This would be for the top part of our bracelet.
Got you.
To sit there. So the idea is the other part is behind it. But you just carry on going till you've gone all the way round. Okay, we then want to form in the middle a loop, and this is where, if you've got the other thing that you had earlier, you know, that thing that the bail maker.
Bail makers, yeah.
Perfect. But they've disappeared, so.
Yeah, sorry, they've been packed away by Brother
And I don't know where my pen is. So you want something that's going to sit in the middle that you can wrap round.
I see.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Fab.
So with our 0.4,
yes,
I'm going to take off a length about that much. That length, you know, pull it out length. And you're going to wire wrap starting at one end. Now don't worry, you're not expected to have the full piece completely. It's not a problem. So you're going to wire wrap there, and then you're going to start at one end, and you're going to go through the middle.
Yeah. You're
doing basically a figure of 8, the figure of 8 weave. You're going to catch it between. It's great because you can catch it between the bits of the gizmo coil.
Okay, got
back through the middle, back down, and basically you carry on going round through the middle, and you can do it. You can depending on how many of the gizmo coils, how many of the little stripes, if you like, you miss, depends on how thick or how sparse your copper is. So if you did it every one, you'd have a really dense bit of copper in the middle. I think I did it every 2.
I get you.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So you keep going through there, and all I'm doing is coming round the bottom, through the middle, finding my groove. Don't do that very often. Come back through the middle.
Well, you're a headbanger.
Yeah, I am a headbanger.
I know.
Back through the middle. I haven't done that for a long time either.
You should. Your hair's going to waste if not.
The thing with having long hair is you actually don't stress your neck out, because you don't have to do much to get your hair going. Yeah. There was method in my madness. God blimey. And all the old bands are fetching out new albums.
I know, aren't they just?
I know. It's like, oh really? You're releasing something new? Wow. I remember seeing you back in the 80s. Sorry, I know
Would you go and see them again? I was around in the 80s.
Were you?
Yes,
just
absolutely. Not the point.
In nappies?
Not the point. Would you go and see any of them again? Like any of the new ones?
Yeah, some of them.
Like who?
Oh, I'm talking about old bands who've re-released.
Yeah.
Who would I go round and say?
Go round. I love that. Sounds like she's popping for a brew.
Pop round. The one I'd love to have seen Quo.
Oh, amazing.
I'd love to see Quo, and I've missed them. And they have been around not so long ago. Up our neck of the woods, actually. They came to Shrewsbury.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know. I've seen a lot of them. Would I go back and see them? I don't know whether I'd cope with a gig again.
No.
I know, I've got a bit old.
Stop it, no you're not. At all.
50, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Perfect. Just
No,
to
I
let
would.
everybody
I'd go see
know, Alison Tarry has used some gorgeous findings with her kit, and I will be bringing those for you very shortly.
Right, back through there, over the top. So we've done, I'll pull my fingers out of the way in a minute and you can see the first petal. So where the petals come back to the middle, I've gone round a couple of times to anchor it.
Okay.
Okay, so you can see, that's a slightly wonky one. Now all I'm going to do is push very gently, not with my nail, but with the flat of my thumb, and bend that wire, but I'm pushing that copper and you get a concave effect.
Yeah, I see.
And it actually condenses, excuse the slightly funny bit there, it condenses the wire together so you get this concentration of colour.
I know exactly
and
what
it's
you mean.
fabulous. It's
Yeah,
absolutely
beautiful.
fabulous.
Gives it a gorgeous feel.
So you carry on doing that all the way round until you've got either your half or completed flower.
Fab.
Now those, you're away. You imagine a necklace with those all daisy chained together.
Sorted.
Fabulous.
Sorted.
You know, bit of chain, bit of wire between them. Perfect.
And this chain is perfect. In
Love
fact,
that chain.
it's the findings pack that you've used.
Yeah.
We can see that on these pair of earrings, for example. I've got this findings pack. Why did you use, because you must have loads of findings at home.
I have.
Why this findings pack in particular?
Oh, I just liked it. I love, is this, no, it's not a Figaro, is it? But it's sort of a Figaro. It is the Figaro chain.
Yeah, your Figaro chain,
I absolutely adore that chain. I love it. And I wanted the freedom of movement with it.
Yeah.
Because it goes on the wrist, the full one.
Yes.
You've got to have chain. You've got to have, you can't have a solid piece going from above your wrist, through your wrist, over your knuckles, down to your finger.
Of course.
Because it holds your hand in one place. You've got to be able
need
to
the movement.
flex your hand.
You need
so
all
you've
of
got
this
to have
movement.
something that gives you that flexibility.
Absolutely.
And the least bulky thing you can use is a bit of chain.
And perfect
perfect match.
Perfect match
with the copper.
wire. Perfect.
Absolutely spot on.
If you've got
Brilliant.
your hands on the kit and maybe you're thinking, do I have the right findings pack? Because don't forget, our colours, you know, if you've got an old rose gold finding pack, it might not be the same colour as these. It might not be, just because, you know, we have changed suppliers relatively recently, so your colours might be slightly different. So do just check. If you want to be sure this is the first time you've ever been able to buy this findings pack alone, whenever you've tried to buy this findings pack in the past, it would have meant that you would have had to have bought yourself a whole entire kit, for example. First time you've seen it by itself. Let me show you everything we've got. A meter's worth of your Figaro chain, 2 pairs of those beautiful twirl detail shepherd's hooks. You also get in here a selection of your heart-shaped head pins that we absolutely love and adore. Heart-shaped head pins you have in there, you've got 15 in total, all with those little flattened hearts. I've also got your featherlight head pins as well, 15 of those again in total, your featherweight head pins, and they're around 60mm in length with a 1mm ball on the end. I also have a selection of your jump rings too, which are very, very useful for designs such as this. And of course you will need these to help you, for example, attach on some of your pieces if perhaps you don't have enough jump rings at home. I've got your cord ends, which we know are imperative for lots and lots and lots of our designs. A great and simple way to professionally finish off your pieces, but you still have an extender clasp on there so you can change the length of, say, your necklace if you wish to. I've got your crimps as well, which I know people have greatly missed because not all of our findings packs have had the crimps in of late, but these ones do. Great for giving you a beautiful kind of finish to your pieces. I've got more head pins, more of the kind of original head pins, let's say. 15 of those again, and a really good length on those, which means they're great for lots of different designs. You could do really kind of OTT chandelier drop earrings, but also if you just want to do something small, you've got plenty of wire left over to, say, do your links or loops on your wire or your own chain if you wanted to. I've also got your very small but beautifully intricate toggle clasp. I've got your teardrop and rope detail toggle clasp as well.
That one.
I also have your heart-shaped toggle clasp with the brush design, the brush metal design, which I just think catches that light and spills it around so beautifully. I've also got your spacers. I love these spacers.
Yeah, they're gorgeous,
aren't
aren't
they? So if I show you just one, so these are the spaces that kind of, they're 4 balls essentially attached together, but you get absolutely loads of them. They're fab, aren't they? I absolutely adore those. And then you also get your funky pairs of your earring findings if you wanted, or multi-chain or multi-strand necklace finding, whatever you wanted it to be really. Oh, you also get your crimp bead covers. So you got loads in here. And don't forget, you do get your genuine gemstone handmade jewellery bag as well. So all of this, 110 pieces, it's genuine, real, plated rose gold. Real rose gold enveloping this beautiful copper. Should be, this is the first time you've ever seen it by itself. We are going to do, therefore, a launch price. It's a bit cheeky because it's not technically a launch. You have seen this before, but it's the first time by itself. So we're doing a cheeky launch price. Get it now whilst you can for just £8.95 for you. In the future, it will be £11.95 because that is the price it should be. £8.95 for you today, though.
I hadn't realised it was real rose gold.
Yes. Absolutely.
But it goes so well with this copper.
It goes perfectly, doesn't it?
Absolutely perfect match. You look at that. It just blends in on your bracelet.
Yeah, it looks stunning.
Just blends in completely.
You wouldn't be able to tell.
No, you can't.
You wouldn't at all.
Amazing.
Lots of you covered in for this. You are going to need to make sure you've got these pieces. Oh, loads of you covered in now. I don't think anyone expected that price crash. It's important that you need all of these doing. So we're going to carry on learning how to do the flower, and then we're going to learn how to do the ring, and then we're all done and dusted.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Right. Single bead on, this is the 0.8.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to bend it around, basically to form, I want a piece of wire going all the way round.
Okay.
Because we're going to wire it to it. I'm not so worried about the other tail. I'm going to just snip that off. And then all we're going to do, did I have some of those on a piece of wire? I did. Oh, I don't want to think I planned it.
Okay.
So on the 4mm wire,
Yes.
I'm going to feed it through. So you don't want it really, really up against the stone because you want to get wire through.
Okay.
And I feed that through a few times to lock it down. If you've already got your beads on the other end, make sure you put a kink if you let it go, because otherwise they'll come off.
Okay.
Because I've done that so often. And gone, no, picked it up by the wrong end. Oh no. It's a learning curve, and I'm not learning. Because I still do it. All you hear is this. John, drop me. I've dropped me.
I can imagine.
So
you're an
good.
absolute joy to live with when you're dropping gemstones and wires flaying everywhere.
I am. So, you do have to do these one at a time, even though I threaded them on.
Okay.
You pop it on, and what I'm going to do is hold it in place, thread the wire through the gap, which if I'd have been planning, I'd have left a bigger gap for. There we go. Just make a little bit of a bigger gap. Thread it through. Pop the next one on and thread it through, and then go all the way around with them until you've got the ring.
Got you.
And then with your tail, I'd feed that through there.
Yeah.
Because we're going to use that after. And then just every now and then just wrap it through, and it'll just blend in with the rest of the copper.
So
you just anchor that into place, then you've got your nice ring of your moonstone and the central bead. Okay, I don't want to labour on that because we'll run out of time to do the rest of it. Okay, so once you've done that, I'm going to put those in there because otherwise I'm going to send those flying.
Okay.
Right, once we've done that, I made some jump rings out of the 1mm blue.
Yeah.
And I made them to the base of my round nose pliers because you need it to be a decent size. And then I made 4, 2 for the flower and 2 to attach it
Got you.
onto the bracelet.
Yeah, got it. So it's here.
And because they're blue, they blend in. If they'd have been the copper, they'd have stuck out.
Got you.
And then just a couple of links of the copper chain between them. So you can play around. There's literally one figure of 8 loop, if you see what I mean.
Fab.
Between them. Okay?
Got you.
So that's all attached.
Done. That's attached.
If you do the half one the other side, when you get to that stage, you've filled it all in. You still add the whole bead. Am I shouting?
Yep.
Sorry.
No, you're not, so don't worry. No, you're fine.
And then you're just going to stitch it in to attach it to this.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is actually fixed.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
My director's just said, no, she's at optimum levels. Whatever that
Optimum
means.
levels. Okay.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Sorry.
He's in control of how loud you speak anyway, not you.
Oh, that's okay then.
Yeah, you're
that's
fine.
okay. Right, so we've done the flower ring. The swirly bits, all I've done is along the back, I've taken for this bit here, 3 pieces of wire, and I've bent it in half, 2 pieces of wire, bent in half, stitched those to the back, and if you're stitching it behind the bead we've attached, and again with copper wire go through the copper and copper, you can't see where it's stitched in. Okay,
got you.
So stitch that in both sides of the central piece, and then you can put these in whatever arrangement you like, and the little leafy bit is literally a paisley shape, so that's a loop, perfect for using your baler pliers with. A loop, and then you actually reverse it at the bottom end, so you get the loop coming back almost to a teardrop, if you see what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, and then again the same way as we did round the bead, just wire wrap some of the moonstone onto it.
Got you.
Okay, so that goes for the bit going up your arm and the bit coming down to your hand.
Got you.
And you can elaborate as much as you want. If you wanted to, you could do some empty flowers, so just some outline flowers, have little ones of those going down. Okay?
Cute.
Right.
Love that.
Speed ring.
It's all right. You've got about 6 minutes.
Speed ring.
So we're moving on to this section here for you today.
Okay. The ring's quite easy.
Fab.
Okay. Obviously not going to do the ring from start to finish. Can I just have a look?
Yes.
Did I use 0.4? So, this wire wrap, this one I've done, I've gone 4 times round, so I've started again,
with 3 pieces of your 1 mil.
Yeah, and you want enough to be able to go all the way round and for however long your swirls are.
Okay.
So I'd leave 20 centimetres or so.
Got you.
Again, do too much you can't add in. However, you don't have to have the length that we've got on there.
Got you. I see.
So with your 3, and I did 4. Stop speeding, Alison. You've got 5 minutes probably.
Yeah.
So 4 round the bottom. 2 round the bottom 2.
Yeah.
4 around the middle.
Yeah.
So it's just, with all these wire wrapping things, they're just another pattern. And you can make it up as you go along, which is what I usually do. It's not, you get a book, or you can get books with all these types of patterns in, but the sky's the limit. However many times you wrap round one, you might then go and do loads along there and just do a zigzag again. So it's all, don't get hung up about, oh, can I do that pattern or that pattern? Some of them have names. I haven't got a clue what the names are, but some of them do have names. So when you've done your 4 in the middle, do 2 around the top.
Middle and top.
Yeah. 2 around the top, 2 middle and top. And then you're going to do 4 around the top one.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
4. 2 round the top 2.
Yeah.
4 round the middle on its own. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 round the bottom 2. With all these things, they're repetitive. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And basically rinse and repeat. And you just keep doing that
All the way along.
For as long as you want your shank. And if in doubt, get your ring mandrel. Don't lose your pliers, Alison. There you go. And go, right, well, I need it to be that big, so you can put it around to try to see if you've got back to where you need to be.
Got you.
Okay, you see this?
Yes.
Perfect for your thing. Look at perfect candidate for having your wire tidy. So that's what happens to us all. Right, so once you've gone all the way round, you put it round your mandrel for whatever ring size, and quite a few people that you could have it on your thumb. You could have several of these coming down, which they do as well.
Yeah.
You know, play with the design.
Definitely.
Play with the design. Then you're going to bend these one way and t'other, and then I've literally I've looped back on itself to get that leafy shape, and then if you've got the little moonstone to loop around there, and I've done that each side, and then finish these off with a loop, and that's how quick and simple it is to do the ring. There you go, speed ring.
Speed ring.
And then the two holes you've got at the top of your finger, you're attaching to the two, sorry, at the base of your finger.
Yes, I see.
You're then going to chain in to the other bit.
Okay.
And when you're doing it, if you're doing it for you, make sure you've got enough room for that flexibility.
Love that. Alison, Tarry.
Whew.
You are so
Finished.
good. You are so good. Lovely, lovely ladies and gentlemen. That is how you create this stunning piece. We have had a message in saying, can we have a look at this one, please? Just because I think it's something that people absolutely love and adore. Take a little look at this. Isn't that beautiful?
If you let it down a bit, I've got 3 sections of gizmo coil, which I couldn't find at all enough one that was white at the time.
Right, okay.
Right, so if you just take the top one
There you
off.
are, I'll hand it to
So
you.
if you take that off.
Yeah.
Well, by there.
Yeah, perfect.
So I've gone from, this is with the 6mm copper.
Yes.
Gizmoed, then gizmoed again.
Got you, got
Yeah.
you. Gizmo, gizmo.
Then we've gone 6mm copper gizmoed with the 0.8 blue
Got
running
ya.
through it. And then we've got the 0.8 blue with the 0.6 copper going through it.
that's
So you've got that
amazing.
graduation of colour from copper to both to
It's
blue.
just doing the same thing but a different
Yeah.
way. It's a completely different look.
And these are literally just a loop either end and pick a bunch of your beads. And it's such an effective way. Slip over your head, some of the chain with a few of the beads on the bottom. So easy, so easy.
I think that is beautiful. And if you wanted to create it in a slightly different way, then these would work actually, wouldn't
beautiful.
they?
Look at those pearls. Wow. Do you know what I love? Sorry. Do you know I love the lustre you're
I
getting?
knew the pearlescence is stunning,
the
isn't it?
pearlescence. You've got greens, you've got pinks, you've got oranges, you've got...
Yep.
That is amazing.
Isn't that strand absolutely stunning?
Stunning. That's so deco, those two together.
I knew you were going to say that. Oh my gosh, I had a feeling. Why does this make you think
it's
that?
just pearls to me, you go back to the 20s, everyone was in pearls.
Yeah.
And the black, the almost monochrome, this is such a subtle sort of taupey colour, but you've got all those colours coming through it that you could put it with anything. But with the black, that is just absolutely
That is
reeks deco to me.
It really does. It's absolutely sensational. I love the idea of it working in that design
But you could
you've
do
created.
something like that,
You could,
absolutely,
couldn't you?
yeah.
I have got here for you a strand of your black agate, which I just think are sensational. I love how you've got the gentle, natural tones running through there. 300 carats worth of stunning lustre on those, really, isn't it? Look at the light interaction. Such a high polish. You can actually see the 4 main lights that are pointing at me reflected in these, which goes to show you the quality of the lustre. It's astonishing. I've also got the bronze cultured pearls. These are around an 8 to 9 mil. How much would you pay for this strand of pearls? At JewelleryMaker, $10.95?
Oh, I was thinking
$9.95?
20.
Were you? Even at JewelleryMaker prices?
Even at JewelleryMaker, that is... That is an exceptional strand.
It's sensational,
Yeah.
isn't it? Truly. It's so hard for you to see pearlescence due to the fact that it is such a gentle kind of dispersion of colours that are based on the orient. It can be very, very tricky for you to see. Just trust us on this. Your price point today is not that price. It's already great.
Is this for the two of them?
For both strands, yeah. I'm going under 10. Price point for both strands today is not $12.90, $8.95.
I'd do this with those two strands. You'd get a chunkier one with either black wire or gold wire.
Love that idea.
So you've got the black ones round the outside, and those. What are they called? Champagne?
Yes. Oh, sorry, bronze. Yeah,
Bronze.
yeah, bronze. Yeah, bronze champagne.
Yeah,
either or.
Running through the middle.
I love that idea.
Absolutely perfect for it. It would be obviously a bit chunkier, but it would look amazing.
Wouldn't it look sensational?
Yeah, absolutely.
There is so many of you coming in for this, as you can see. Unsurprisingly, they're stunning. Well done, everybody.
Amazing.
Lovely ladies and gentlemen, I will say to you, do stay exactly where you are on the phone lines. Do check out those baskets, because we're coming back and having a little nosy at what this little chicken's creating. How is that challenge going?
I've done nearly one piece. That'll get me.
Tune in to see nearly one piece after the break.
JewelleryMaker offers an extensive range of creative workshops for all levels, from beginners right through to advanced. Each workshop is run by our approachable tutors who are all friendly, knowledgeable and are specialists in their field of expertise. Our popular courses are tailor-made to suit your needs and to help you get started with a new hobby or to advance your skills onto the next level. We keep the class sizes small to ensure you get plenty of one-to-one attention, so book early to avoid disappointment. For more information, contact our call centre or visit our website.
When shopping with JewelleryMaker, you can add as many items to your order in one day and only pay one postage and packaging charge. We have two delivery options. Standard delivery at just £2.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 4 to 6 days. Or opt for our premium delivery at just £4.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 3 to 4 days. Happy shopping with JewelleryMaker.
Hi, I'm Carol. I've been on the silver clay workshop today. It's been a fantastic experience. We've made 3 pieces, which I wasn't expecting to make 3 pieces. Tracy has been excellent. Any questions, she's great. She understands that we're all learning, and she will go at your speed, at your pace. Yeah, I can't praise her enough.
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from JewelleryMaker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the JewelleryMaker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on JewelleryMaker. Simply search JewelleryMaker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at JewelleryMaker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewers Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on JewelleryMaker.
JewelleryMaker ships to the following countries. We offer 2 delivery services, standard and premium. So wherever you are in the world, JewelleryMaker are never far away.
Hello. Hi, welcome back to Design Inspiration. No idea what that was. My name is Rebecca Redican. Hello, it's lovely to have you on board with us today. feel free to call me Becky if you want to. My director's like, what else can we call you? It's my catchphrase. I don't think it is. It's not at all. My name is Rebecca Redican, feel free to call me Becky. That's not exactly my catchphrase, it's just something that purely applies to me, really, isn't it? Hello everyone, I am joined today by a very talented, ever so lovely, Alison Tarry! Hello. Same to you. You alright, love?
I am, thank you.
Good. How's the challenge?
I finished one piece.
Well done. You've done really well. It's really beautiful.
It's
really
nice,
beautiful.
They work really well. I'm going to try and get another one done or two.
I have total faith in you. Total faith. I've got loads of treats coming up for you in this moment. Is that where we're starting? Okay, we're going to start. We're not going to start with this, but we're going to be doing this very soon. Checkerboard amethyst. I keep bringing this up because it's so exquisite, but there is another reason. It's stunning, isn't it? I will be bringing this up for you very, very soon. Oh my gosh. I'm also bringing to you something that is just amazing, amazing quality. Sorry, I'm pulling these stupid faces because my highlight has just displayed that quality I would hope for. It's just turned completely gold in front of my eyes. Oh my gosh. This is coming up for you really, really soon as well. Let's get started. Half drilled. Alison Tarry. Half drilled pearls.
Yeah.
3 words.
Oh no. That's cruel.
Alison Tarry.
Go. Stud earrings. That's 2. Does that count as 2?
Yeah, go on then. I'm in a good mood.
Classic.
Classic. Why classic?
Because way back when, that's what you had, a little stud pearl earring.
Yeah.
And that was the height of class.
Absolutely.
But you see, I'd actually use them in design, so actually put them, make my own spike out of wire, and then incorporate that within a design. So you've got it on, you know, one of my scrolly pieces, and then I'd have them popping up. So you'd see no wire. Perfect for it.
These, ladies and gentlemen, very low stock opportunity. These are your real white cultured pearls half drilled. So these aren't your shell pearl cabochons. These are genuine cultured pearls that have the half drilled detail in them. Loads of you coming in for this. Now, you may not have your half drilled pendant, you may not have your half drilled earring findings, but you can actually do your own pieces with these. You can, as we've said, add them into your wire work. You can do sort of faux prong set rings with these. If you have the right size of wire, and perhaps you can create, say, your own, you know, loop earring with these, or your own butterfly back, you can create your own pair of earrings with these perfectly. These are the real deal. These are what we all love and adore. These are your naturally beautiful, created by Mother Nature cultured pearls. You've got 5 pairs, that's 10 in total. They're flying out because of the price. They're just £6.95. £6.95 for these. They are exquisite. They are 7x5. They, for me, perfect size for an earring, absolutely perfect. So many of you coming in for these. Extremely busy today, as usual. But if you are going to be working with something like this, you're probably going to want to pair them with something very, very special, such as your 925, because essentially you've got here something so beautiful, so classic, so elegant, so high-end with the pearls. You'll probably want to pair it with something that can kind of stand up to that prestige, and something that most certainly can is your 925 gold-plated. These are your jump rings. Take a look. They are just stunning, aren't they? You have got an OD of approximately 7 mil. So your approximate ID on these will be about 5-ish mil. You're going to be getting 50 of these in total. You could make yourself numerous Mobius rings with these, couldn't you? That would be absolutely beautiful. Even just doing your own link kind of pair of earrings would be very, very pretty. It is genuine high-end metal. It's your your gold-plated 925. Your price point today for 50 is just £9.95 for you today on these ones. Get them whilst you can. Do you know what? Am I allowed to say it? Oh, too late. I'm going to now. I've got a brand new gemstone chain in on Sunday. Brand new gemstone chain. Opal.
You're joking. That's not fair. I'm not even in the country. That's so unfair. When are you on Sunday?
It'll be on probably about. It'll have to be on in the first 2 hours of the designer inspiration show.
So lunchtime. You know they have a siesta in Italy, don't they?
Have a little, yeah.
Venice will be asleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Got Wi-Fi in the hotel.
Yeah, sorted.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Sorry, John.
John, you have an app. I've got some gemstone opal to get. I love that. How gorgeous would this be, though? It would be fab, wouldn't it? Your gold-plated 925, well done. More multi-buyers than single buyers so far. £9.95 for you today on those ones. Well done, everyone. I adore them. Yeah, I've got that coming up on Sunday. It'll be between 1 and 3, won't it? Is that right? Because on Sunday I've got a 6-hour shift, haven't I? Where are we? Oh, I love these. That really suits me, doesn't it? I too am shocked that I'm single. I have got some stunning little gemstones for you here. These, ladies and gentlemen, are your gemstone connectors. These are so beautiful. Do you know what I love about these? They're so different, so unique and individual. But just to let you know, you've got your 2 large sort of areas here, but one thing to point out is they still do have a drill hole that runs all the way through the centre section as well as the top section, and you've got that on all 4 of them. Now, Alison, Tarry,
yes,
what would you be doing with these, lovely lady?
Excuse me. I would be using them. They're great for a lariat style. You know, a lariat style necklace. Yes. So I think they're so fantastic for that. So I'd probably use one for that, but I'd probably use the drill hole of the top bit, keep the hole free, if you see what I mean, and then fetch everything out through the bottom.
I know exactly what you mean.
It's spilling out through the opening at the bottom.
That sounds gorgeous.
And tumbling down.
I adore that idea.
But brilliant for connectors, great for a feature piece, great with all the chains we've been having.
Oh,
so you can, especially that rose gold plated would go perfectly with these.
I love them. Thank you for giving us some ideas. They're fab. You've got in here your Hickorite Jasper is 25 by approximately 18 mil on that one just there. You've also got your red agate, which is your smaller one down there, around 33 by 23 mil. You've got your forest green Jasper as well in here, which is around a 40 by 30. And I also have your green Unikite as well in there, same sizing on that. A beautiful variety that we have in here. It really is sensational. I think lovely for your Kumihimo as well.
Yeah.
Because they're large enough for size, even for really big weaves, aren't they? Your price point should be Pugsy 91 is your code. Your price point today is going down. Really far down. As low as we possibly can without getting told off. £6.95 for you today. Here's your price point on these. They're going to add something different to your designs, aren't they? They're going to be something to give you versatility. Imagine, you know, really simply, for example, I know I've got some cords here. Really simply, even if obviously you'd probably pick the same colour of cord, but even if we just did cords through each one and almost had that as kind of your centre focal piece, really simply just kind of linking them in different opposite directions and having that say as your bracelet centerpiece. Really simple you could do, couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
You could add to these chain, lots of looping chain.
Yep, perfect. You might macrame, because you could actually use them as the base for the macrame and carry on onwards.
Of course you can.
Yeah, that would work as well.
Loads and loads and loads of great things you could do with this. I've got lots and lots of multi-buyers. £6.95 for you today. Thank you everyone for getting involved with us. I've got to move on because, like I said, I have got loads to fit in. On the table, that's not how you talk, Sweet Pea. No, I'm so sorry for that impression. It sounded now like you. I've got, glow. Glowing. This is going to go great with that checkerboard. Just trust me on those checkerboards, okay? I love this. 150 carats. The glow on this is just sensational. Stunning. Gorgeous glow on that. I adore it. 150 carats with approximately, 135 on this one approximately, and it is a double linker as well. The drops are approximately 150, and these are your plain drops. They'll go great with the checkerboard actually. Natural colouring on those ones. You've almost got that jewel colouring, which would go great as well with those bi-coloured squares I had earlier on for you. And then lastly, but by no means leastly, you've got your amethyst graduated drop nuggets, and those are about 75 carats worth. Again, this would go great with that trio I had before. That shape would go great with the trio I had before. For example, the labradorite that I had in that trio, or maybe even the lemon quartz I had, because they're the similar shapes. I think they go really beautifully together. So you have got here today 3 different strands, but it equates to approximately 4 strands because this is your double strander. So for 4 strands worth of gemstones today, it should be £10.85. It's a gemstone kind of with connotations to creativity, gemstones with connotations of love, and today we're going to make it gemstone with a connotation of a bargain. £7.95 for the equivalent of 4 strands worth. That means these are working out less than £2 per strand essentially for amethyst. Don't forget for me, amethyst is one of those gemstones that demands a higher price. Amethyst is one of those quartz that people recognise, people know, people understand, people know it from a young age. When you were younger, what gemstones did you know? Did you know diamond? Did you know emerald? Did you know sapphire? Did you know ruby? Did you know amethyst? I can say yes to all of those. Would I have known unakite? Not particularly. Would I have known labradorite? No, I personally wouldn't have. You might have, I personally wouldn't have. These names I would know though. Amethyst, diamond, emerald. It's a gemstone that everyone knows from little to small. £7.95. Well done everyone who's coming in for this. It is one of the world's most loved gemstones. It truly, truly is. And generally it comes to the quartz family. Amethyst is one that's one of the highest prices. Not to say though. I'm just in love. Well done to everyone who's got that. I'm in love with these ones. I love amethyst anyway, don't I? But I'm in love with the strand I'm about to show you. I adore, this gemstone is sensational. Just take a look at it for me first off, because it's an amazing example. The quality of this is clear. Not only have you got in here the gamut points, about 85%, you've also got in here absolute beautiful play of colour. When we talk about gamut point, what are we talking about? Okay, well, we're talking about the saturation. It's about a very, very special saturation point. Very few gemstones can get to the point to have that title alongside them. Essentially what that point means is the saturation is over 85%, which means you get this beautiful kind of intensity to the stone. what I'm essentially saying is when we talk about colour, we're talking about 3 different areas, aren't we? You're talking about obviously the hue. So your hue, your actual colour. So for example, you would probably describe this as blue, or you might describe ruby as red. So that's your hue. You're then going to be talking about the tone of that as well. So for example, 0% tone would be a white, whereas 100% tone would be your black. And you know, obviously you get different kind of grades within there. So for example, I don't know, say a sky blue apatite might be around a 25% tone, yeah, whereas a London blue, or yeah, a neon blue apatite, perfect, would be more like 45-50% tone. And then you have the saturation, and that's what's most important when you're dealing with certain gemstones. And you have got that serious gamma point of around, well, over 85% saturation on this one. And it's so deep and rich and intense of a saturation, it really, really is. And that goes to show you the quality of this. Now, the gamma point with certain gemstones is very important, in particular ones that have the ability to give you that colour play through them. I said to you a moment or 5 ago that when this hit the light, just perfect for me before, this gorgeous rich sapphire-like blue, this intense saturation turned into this absolutely glowing gold before my eyes, in front of my eyes. That is what this gemstone has the ability to do. That's why it's been used for navigation for centuries. It is an exquisite example. Your gemstone today of iolite has to be, I would say, one of the best qualities because of that point of saturation, but also due to the fact that the pieces are so large, you get to see that internal interest and colour change that we always talk about with iolite. It's sensational. Your price point today. Just look at this on my neckline, please. Does this look like a £14.95 strand? I mean, genuinely. No, even Alison Tarry's shaking her head.
Doesn't. Stunning.
It is sensational.
Beautiful strand.
It's going down in price. £9.95 for you today on this. Look at the sizing on these. Some of these, Alison does look a little bit shocked, to say the least. The sizing on this is absolutely dramatic. I have got, if I show you the right way around, hang on. If I show you it the right way around, you're looking at round about 1.5 inches on the larger one there, aren't you? So a huge size on these, absolutely dramatic. The colouring, there's loads of you coming in. I know nobody expected that whatsoever. Can I show Alison Tarry this, please? Please.
Oh, please.
Please. She's had a hard day.
Yeah, I've had a hard day. It's been tough. Go on.
I just want to show you how, because of the size of these pieces, that you get.
Oh my gosh. That.
Yeah.
I've never actually seen that before.
Yeah, are you seeing the golds?
Yeah.
It's because,
oh my goodness.
It's because of that intense saturation.
Oh, wow.
Do you love it?
And they're in, I mean, that focal pendant, pair of earrings, pendant, pair of earrings.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Wow. Or even just re-strand it with some clear quartz or some pearl or something behind it.
I love that idea.
And just have a very
really
treat yourself. Really treat yourself. Amazing. That is
Isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Ow! I've just made your day even trickier, haven't you?
So good.
You've got to be good. There's so many of you coming in for this.
No, not looking.
£9.95. Genuinely, if you have never seen that colour change from sapphire denim blue to gold, well, what colours did you see? Because it's different for different people at different angles.
I saw
in one
blues
stone,
are
this
intense.
is, isn't it, by the way?
Sorry?
This is in one stone you're talking about, isn't it?
What, just the gold in one stone? No,
yeah,
I saw gold in quite a few.
Oh yeah, no, but I mean, you're looking at, it's not like you look at one stone and it's blue and you look at another it's gold.
Oh, no.
The one stone changes before your eyes, doesn't it?
I know, as you turn it, it changes.
Yeah.
It's like, and I know that's why they used it, but it's like, and I don't know whether I can say Polaroid.
Yeah.
Is that a brand or
Yeah, it
an
is,
effect?
but other ones are available.
But you know the way that if you've watched, because we all have the ones that change organically now.
Yes.
But in the olden days, when we had, they were either dark or light, and you could see them change. You can see it in that.
Yes.
You can understand when you see that why the sailors used to use it to block out the sun.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. I've never ever seen it before. I've never seen big enough pieces.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never seen big enough pieces. That's amazing.
Can't you?
Oh, yeah. I can imagine what that's like out in the daylight.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, amazing. Woohoo!
$9.95. Well done, everyone. Lots of multi-buyers on that for you today. Emerald. Oh, how funny. I was talking earlier about Colombian emerald. I actually realised, Tarry's there. I think you're going to love this. Do you love Colombian emerald?
Wow, yeah. Wow.
Because it's colour graduated for you already.
It's beautiful. Oh, the colour of that. That to me, the sort of the green you get in there is to me what emerald green is.
Right, yeah. The Colombian is often the go-to stereotypical tone that people will think of.
But if you say emerald green,
this is what you imagine.
That's what I look at, yeah.
You have got your Colombian emerald. How many times do you see Colombian emerald here at JewelleryMaker?
Not very often.
Huh?
Not very often.
Not very often at all. How often do you see natural Colombian emerald?
Not very often.
Not
even less often.
Very often at all.
It's beautiful, that one.
You are today, though. But guess what? It's been so popular in the past. You've absolutely adored it because it is from that location. It is from that notable place. It is from, I would say, excuse me, I would say certain gemstones you might not know are kind of distinctive in certain areas before you maybe really fall in love with jewellery. So for example, I 3 years ago probably wouldn't have been able to tell you, for example, that Brazil is kind of the #1 location to get your pink amethyst from. I probably wouldn't have been able to tell you that. I would, though, have been able to tell you that if you want to get a really stunning high-end quality emerald, Colombian emerald's the one to go for. They've had whole films about Colombian emeralds, haven't they? It is a beautiful, beautiful, eye-catching gemstone that a lot of people do say is that archetypal colour. It's a stunning 20-carat strandy, shaded Colombian emerald. Guess what? I have the last few. Should be. Really? I'm taking it less than £40 today. Should have been £45. It's $39.95.
Wow.
Only because it's my last few. That's it. Purely because it's my last few. So anyone who's getting their hands on this today, I just want to say well done to you, because genuinely we hardly ever see Colombian emerald. It's one that people love, adore. It's such a sought after strand. It really, really is. It's a gemstone which actually oh no, a sister channel, whole collections are created just based around that one locational, that one place, that sought after, notorious, beautiful place. This is your natural strand of your shaded, beautiful Colombian emerald. I don't have many of these left though. Well done to anyone getting your hands on this. It's a true treasure. It really, really is. $39.95 for you, 20 carats worth there. I've got something that might be a little bit controversial to go with it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Quite surprised. Because the colour is almost too amazing to ignore. What do you think?
Love that strand.
The fact that the emerald and the chrysoprase is natural is astonishing. Chrysoprase. What is chrysoprase? Well, it is a stunning green gemstone, like I have before you now. It is the most valuable of all of the chalcedonies. So chalcedony, when we talk about chalcedony, for people that don't know, chalcedony is a family of gemstones, very much like quartz is a family, and in quartz you'll get your amethyst, your citrine, etc. Chrysoprase is the most valuable and the rarest of all of the chalcedonies in the chalcedony family. It has the value, it has the status, it has the impact that a lot of other chalcedonies would hope and wish to have. When you're buying chrysoprase on the market, I did a little bit of research the other day because, you know, you read and you understand that, you know, chrysoprase or whatever it might be, or in families there can be different price ranges. You can understand that and you can see that. But actually, when it comes to your chrysoprase, I had a little research online, and when you say it's the most valuable, I don't mean on average, you know, it goes up by £1 a carat. On the research I was doing, in comparison, exact same carat weights, just the difference between your chrysoprase and others of the chalcedony family, you're looking at, even online, and the lowest price I could see, you're looking at an extra £20–30 per carat, just because it's chrysoprase, it's the rarest. When you're dealing with natural chrysoprase, like I have in front of me now, boy oh boy, those prices rocketed. They really, really, really did. You can get your hands on the most valuable of all of the chalcedonies today in this gorgeous natural form, because you've got that appeal, you've got that glow. If you've never ever had this in your collection before, now's your opportunity to do so. I personally believe that chrysoprase is a gemstone that we can take for granted a little bit here at Jewellery Maker. I'll be completely honest when I say that, because, and I think it's a real shame, because it is one of those gemstones that is highly prized. It's a notorious and much loved gemstone, but also for me it has a colouring and a lustre and appeal unlike anything else in the world. What other gemstones can you think have this glow, have this look, have this appeal? Well, there isn't really, is there? Even though and genuinely, how many gemstones do you think could actually stand alongside your Colombian emerald as well as this does? And it genuinely does, doesn't it? Genuinely. Chrysoprase. It's the most valuable of the chalcedony family. Your price point. £17.95. Now wait. Because I've just said to you, I've just told you it's the rarest, it's the most prized. I've also told you that from what I've seen and what I've done my research on, other pieces in its family, hello everyone coming in, other pieces in its family, you know, going up per carat by £20–30 per carat. You've got 100 carats with it. That is a hefty carat weight, and that can really easily kind of demand a high hefty price point to match it. The fact of the matter is, I personally believe that chrysoprase is taken for granted, and you know how I feel about things like that. I want everyone to fall in love. So we've decided to take £5 off for you today, because I want everybody to adore this. I want to share my passion for this. I want people to be able to get this home and go, blimey, do you know what? It does look a little bit different on TV, because you can't see the depth of it. You can't see that glow. I know that you've owned chrysoprase before, and I know that you know about that glow and intensity.
I love it. And that just has it in spades. And I love the graduation of colour you've got there.
Yes.
And some give you loads and loads and loads of glow, and some are a little bit more opaque, but it's just amazing,
isn't it?
And it's the colour. The colour's gorgeous.
Natural occurring, Mother Nature. Whoa, hello everybody. Lovely to see you all. There's lots of people on the phone lines for this as well, I'm being told. Don't worry, I've got a decent enough quantity, so if you stay on the phone lines, it's greatly we greatly appreciate. Someone's asked what if we had a text in. Let's have a little look. 100 carats worth of your green chrysoprase. Is that natural or treated? Natural.
I know, it's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Mother Nature brings us this colouring and this glow. It's natural. Thank you for texting in. Feel free to text in any questions. Yeah, completely and absolutely natural. 100 carats worth of your real deal Mother Nature chrysoprase, and it is sensational. What would you do with this, please, Alison, Tarry?
Oh, I like doing some wire work and hanging droppers off it, and that'd be beautiful with a gold wire working on it. You could use it for flowers. You could use it for wings of a butterfly, not a butterfly, a dragonfly. I love that. And you've got that glow on those. That'd look amazing. They're not round, are they? They're flattish.
Yeah.
You could gem set the bigger ones into a ring, and because they're not, they're not clear, they're opaque. You wouldn't see the drill hole at all.
No, of course
not.
And
they'd look amazing.
I love that as a ring.
But you could just restrand that with some gold beads between to separate it. But brilliant as a ring, brilliant as droppers, because you've got the movement and the facets.
Love it.
Fantastic.
I love these ideas. It's your Stone of Venus today. Loads of you coming in for this. Oh, it's so called the Stone of Venus because it's said, Venus being, of course, the Roman goddess, it was said and believed that wearing this stone back in the Roman times would give you her power, essentially. Venus, of course, being the goddess of eternal love. $12.95 for you today on that one. Oh. You brought me a brew?
Well, it's a good excuse to come over and have a nosy.
Isn't it?
Oh, sorry.
What are you nosing at? It's gorgeous, that, isn't it?
Oh, my goodness.
I've got things to do, Alison.
Sorry. Do you want me to take the brew back, then?
What? No, keep that there. Where to, sorry, lovely? In the drawer. No problem at all. Really quick one, not many left at all. It is your gorgeous, stunning, beautiful Imperial Topaz.
One of my favourites.
And it's the matte effect of your Imperial Topaz as well.
That's nice.
That is just beautiful, isn't it?
I don't think I've ever seen it in the matte effect.
Isn't it gorgeous though?
Yeah.
Because I really like how it does still catch the light, you'll be able to see, but it's kind of this almost diffused.
Beautiful. I love the colour.
Me too.
Adore it.
Imperial Topaz. Do you know what? I could talk to you about the fact that this is so tricky to get your hands on. I could talk to you about the fact that we've hardly been able to mine it in 2014 because the mining period got closed down earlier than we'd hoped. I could tell you that due to that, you know, the yields are lesser and therefore we're finding it really hard to get any in at the moment, but I'm not going to. All I'm going to tell you is the price should be $8.95. The fact that this should be $8.95 is redonkulous. We are going to take it to the lowest price we're allowed to. It's your Imperial Topaz, ladies and gents, for just £6.95 today. Imperial Topaz at that price point is an absolute corker. Well done to everyone who's coming in for this. 120 carats worth. This is unstoppable. There's people coming in left, right and centre. Hello Stephen, how lovely to have you on board with me today. Thank you. Beverly Jane, I love double barrelled names like that. Really beautiful. Thank you. Oh, in Cheshire. Hey, Minerva. Beverly Jane, you're in. Janina. What a gorgeous name. Janina. What a beautiful name. You're coming in, but please do check out your baskets. $6.95 for you today. I've got to move on. Not many of those left. Keep checking those out, though, whilst you get the opportunity to do so. This is what Tarry was giddy over. Giddy pourquoi, my little lady?
Colour of it, for a start, is absolutely sensational. Absolutely sensational. The richness of the colour, I love apatite anyway, and that is just stunning.
Sensational,
and it's faceted and they're so delicate.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? I think that'll go nicely actually with...
Oh, it would go beautifully with.
What a beautiful, unusual mix though, but gorgeous, isn't it?
Lovely. With gold.
With gold. What would you do with the apatite, please?
Do you know what? I'd be tempted, because my niece likes delicate. She loves delicate. And I'd be tempted to do something very simple and just wire wrap them, not all of them, but say the middle third of the strand onto a simple gold torque necklace and just wire wrap them on and have those showing. But I'd also, I mean, perfect for doing tassels with, where you get that bam of colour. The same with the earrings, have multiples so you're getting that absolute bam of colour, because their colour is sensational. Absolutely sensational.
I love, absolutely adore. 45 carats worth. If you do want to create something delicate, you absolutely can with these, 110%. You've got your graduated faceted jarts. Your price point today should be $19.95. Of course it should. We can see the quality. By the way, yes, it's natural again. Mother Nature is absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah.
She really is. Today though, 14.
Wow.
£8.95. Wowzers.
Wow. Beautiful.
And this totally is your type of strand as well. I can see you working with this day in, day out. Hello, Connie, Sasha. Hello to you all who are coming in today. It's lovely to see you. Some new names up today, I've noticed. Just Dunbartonshire. That sounds amazing. Dunbartonshire.
Do we have to go and deliver then to have a nosy?
Well, yeah, shall we?
Shall we? Yeah.
Should we
Road
have a
trip.
nosy? Road trip! Not in your car though, just in case the tyre goes.
No, we'll go in the van.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Take the dogs then.
Yeah, oh yeah, good plan. £14.95. Hello to everyone coming in today. Well done for getting your hands on that. Finally. Dunbartonshire looks really nice, does it? Are you Googling it? All the search engines are available. It looks amazing, says Ben. He's planning his trip there now by the sounds of it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, just be prepared, I would say, for stunning, sensational beauty. I mean, it's the scintillation of this that just attracts me. It's just due to the craftsmanship, due to the care, the love and the time that has been put onto this. It really is just sensational. There's two things we don't see that often when it comes to gemstone shape here at JewelleryMaker, and that would be your marquise or rice bead shape, and that would be your checkerboard faceting, and that's because both of those things can demand and create a lot of waste. Essentially, it's a very expensive shape and kind of facets to create with kind of the rice bead / marquise and the checkerboard, because the way in which you create them and the way you've got to work with the gemstone and cut the gemstone essentially means that there can be a lot left over. There can be a lot that's kind of just wastage essentially, which means a huge piece of rough that is created in a checkerboard shape or in your rice bead / marquise shape. It can mean that a large piece of rough can be a very, very small yield of actual workable gemstones. To take those two and then put them together is almost unseen and unheard of, because that really brings the yield down. There's only one reason we do it, and it's because it gives you the most exquisite, delectable, and really, really kind of embroiling scintillation. Really, it is just sensational, isn't it?
I love that. I absolutely love it. And I've never done it on some so small, but I'd like to give a claw set a go with one of those.
I love that idea.
With some of the square wire, probably. They're just sensational. They are. And a little bit of wire work around it, spiral wire work, just at the top and the bottom, so you're almost catching it in it. Beautiful. They are stunning.
It is a work of art. It truly is. I adore the fact that you have the scintillation. What I mean by scintillation is the way in which the light interacts with the gem. But what you also have is that fire. You also have that fire as you burst through, because I wonder if if I'm taking, say, an area. It might be tricky to see because obviously my fingers will get in the way. Yeah, it's hard for you to see, but essentially what happens is the light as you go through the point of these, it kind of changes the colour. In fact, you can sort of see if you focus on maybe these sort of gemstones here, and if I move my fingers, you'll see they're kind of light and they've got a beautiful clarity and glow to them, but then as you lift them, can you see they get deeper in colour? Can you see that? That's due to the kind of interaction of the light within the gemstone and the different view you get in. And that is in part due to the cut of these. It is true, absolute, magnificent workmanship, which truly, truly is so hard to craft. You have got so much creativity and workmanship, and you've also got in here so much beautiful interaction to see that kind of that lighting effect you get as the light in the studio hits these facets and it always sort of lights up like a Christmas tree, you know. It is just a beautiful kind of bounce of light that you get. So when you're far away like that, you're getting that beautiful kind of faceting high shine effect, aren't you, on those checkerboards. But then when you're getting closer, and when you get these home in particular, you're getting this internal fire and kind of dispersion of lights. It is lighting up like a Christmas tree before my eyes. And you're going to think it's Christmas, I think, when you see the price. Just remember for me the workmanship, the craftsmanship that has gone into this. This piece has had so much work put behind it to even get this amount of shape. And don't get me wrong, you're getting loads. Ladies and gentlemen, your price point for your amethyst checkerboard cut is not £35.95. It's actually £24.95 for you today. Lowest ever price point for you. I gave you a heads up earlier. I said you're going to love it because it's stunning, but you're going to love it for another reason too. And I meant because you're getting £10 back in your pocket on this today. You've essentially just saved yourself a third. Well, yeah. About a third of the price you've just saved yourself. There's so many of you coming in. Hello everybody who's coming in. I've got lots of people coming in from all over the world. Well done to absolutely everybody who is coming in for this. This is genuine amethyst. I just need to point out to you, this isn't, if you're brand new to us, there's a few things to point out. Number one, we are the genuine gemstone company. We bring you real deal gemstones. These aren't made in a factory. These aren't plastic pumped into, you know, ice cube trays essentially. This isn't glass and sand all mixed together to give you, you know, a bit of a sparkle at all. This is Mother Nature. This is real deal amethyst. Another thing to point out to you as well is if you are brand new and you want to buy with us today, first time buyers will get yourself a free DVD. And you'll also get yourself a free little booklet that will just kind of tell you the essentials, I suppose, of how to actually make things and kind of techniques that we'll talk about time and time again. You're currently watching JewelleryMaker. This is your designer inspiration show, which is your time, 1 o'clock until 5 o'clock every single day for you to spend UK time, for you to kind of see some amazing, fabulous makes. And if you've just tuned in now and perhaps you're thinking, wait, what has she got on her hand? We've taught you how to make this today in the show. And if you have missed it, then we are repeated in the evening, but also you can have a watch back to us on YouTube. If you type in JewelleryMaker on YouTube, today's show will be up after the show today. Well done everyone, loads of you coming in. You've got to check out though. Check out as many times as you want. It's only £2.95 no matter how many times you check out. From midnight till midnight, buy one product, buy 41 products. It doesn't matter. Your postage packaging will stay the same for you. Essex, Manchester, Glamorgan, Surrey. We've got Wales in. I've got Australia in. I've got Merseyside, Yorkshire, South Lanarkshire as well. Loads of you coming in. And £24.95. Well done to you all. £10 back in your pocket. You're going to fall in love with that. I have. I think you can tell. Just quickly, before we go and have a little look at the challenge, because we haven't done any opal, I love how that sentence has started. Oh, rude not to. Opal from Mexico. Of course it's your fire opal. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to let you know that we have not got much time left on designer inspiration. I therefore could stand here and tell you about why I love opal, about the fact that it's one of the most renowned gemstones in the world, about the fact that it takes so many years for Mother Nature to create, the fact that it's got this gorgeous glow and opalescence available to it, the fact that it used to be a bit of an underdog but is now seen as a lucky charm in the gemstone world. I could talk to you about all of that, but I won't. I'm just going to say that it should be £14.95. This again, natural opal. We haven't dyed this or heated it or put a coating on it. This is Mother Nature. We've just taken it, shaped it a bit, polished it and stranded it so you can use it in your jewellery or on your stall, or even just keep it as it is here today. Should be $14.95. Your price point though is actually let's take it under £10, shall we, for genuine opal. You know how much I love this. I adore opal. It speaks to me, it inspires me, it lights up before my eyes due to that opalescence. It is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful gemstone to have in your collection, and I would strongly encourage you to do so, especially when the quality is of this. And what I will actually say to you as well is, it might go really nicely with that strand. Ooh. One thing I could also say to you is, you may well have seen that I brought to you a very new discovery of fire opal on my show a week or so ago. I brought to you a stunning new discovery, American fire opal. I was talking to you about how I've met the mine owners and they're lovely. But essentially this is kind of trickling through, I would say, into media, that this discovery has taken place, and due to that the popularity of fire opal is skyrocketing at the moment. It's becoming more loved and more known. So get fire opal whilst you can, because sometimes when interest peaks, prices can too, can't they? So you may as well get it while we're discounting it. $9.95 for you today. Last chance on this 10 carats worth of fire opal. Well done everyone. I can squeeze in one more for you, and how about I squeeze in a natural gemstone for you? Nice. Natural agate. It's going to go great with your challenge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Natural agate for you here today. Unusual for us to see natural agate. Usually with agate we'll have a lot of colouring. We've coated a lot of our agate recently. This is natural, how Mother Nature intended. Beautiful agate. You've got 14 mil on these, so they would go great with your challenge because you've just got an extra bit of a size up. It is one of the first times you're seeing it. It's bold, it's beautiful, it's warm, it's almost got that glow to it that we would hope to see, actually, hasn't it? Oh, in fact, you can see it. Can you see the glow at the bottom of each of these gemstones? That's because this is natural. It just hit the light perfectly at the end there, didn't it? You can see it again there, can't you? See the glow at the bottom of these? That is Mother Nature. That is because often, for example, if we coat this, it's hard for you to see that glow because there will be kind of a metallic coating, or coating? You heard. Coating over the top. They are absolutely sensational in their appeal. Already loads of you coming in for these. 14 mil. They're big, they're bold, but they're not over the top because they've got that natural subtlety. And they're £6.95.
Wow. That's a price and a half, isn't it?
I did not expect that.
No.
For 470 carats worth of glowing, gorgeous, natural agate.
Well, I'd be multi-buying it, that's for sure.
Me too.
What time do we finish?
Right, I'm moseying on over to my lovely Tarrister.
Mosey away.
I'll just walk. I don't know what a mosey
Can't
looks
wait to
like.
see you mosey.
Like to keep you on your toes. I love what you've done with these. How was your challenge?
It was great fun. It was great fun, and I could have done loads more. I got loads left. Ran out of time.
All of that left.
Yeah.
Absolutely loads. Don't forget, we gave Alison Tarry 3 strands. We gave her this gorgeous strand here, which obviously is a lot longer than this. We gave you this gorgeous strand here. We're looking at around about a 12 mil on these ones. You've also got in here that stunning strand of your shell in the 4 mil. And lastly, but by no means least, we had these little beauties here. Genuine coral. Real.
Love those.
And those were 4 mil. And look at what we've made. Talk to us about this ring, please.
I just love the coral, and it goes well with the bracelet. Doesn't it go beautifully with the antique bronze and the chartreuse?
Absolutely agree with that.
So well with it. Really
stunning.
get that pop of colour. Really summer, really down there in the Bahamas. I'm enjoying myself. You know, you're in your last chance saloon. You're having Becky's odd tipple. we're away, aren't we?
Oh, we're there. We're ready. I absolutely adore it.
They're
you
great.
got that chartreuse wire before, perfect.
Yeah, absolutely perfect. And can I say that on the other ones, where we've got the little shell pearls, that's 0.8 wire that's gone through all of the beads.
Wow.
0.8 wire.
Amazing. That's fab, isn't it? And how have we finished this one off?
How have we finished? Well, apart from the fact that I suddenly realised I'd put the loop on the wrong end. Duh. So I had to change my design a little bit. So what I did was bent it over to give myself the chance to have a shepherd's hook finish.
Got you.
So
absolutely stunning, isn't it? Really beautiful. And I love how you finished off this design too.
Yeah, I like that. It's a bit of fun. It's almost, if it had been black with the coral, it's almost deco-y, the way the swirl's gone and then disappeared.
Absolutely.
But, so you could wear that either at the front or the back.
Oh, I like that idea.
You don't have to have the antique bronze showing. You can turn it round and just have.
Of course you don't. You could just have that at the front, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Really pretty. Alison, Tarry, you're a gem. I'm so glad you managed to change your tyre and that you are here, because 2 hours of me making earrings would have been rubbish. Thank you so much for today.
Thank you.
As always. When are you with us next?
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday?
Next Saturday, and I'm coming back. I'm going to Venice. I'll have loads of inspiration. Have
an absolutely amazing birthday.
I will.
Have a brew for me.
I might.
Yeah. Have an absolute fab time.
We will.
Please do come back all inspired and
will do.
And enjoying it. Now, lovely ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. It is the Late Show, and my gorgeous spellbinding's here. Hiya. I have got for you tomorrow a little bit of a polymer show, and I might or might not have clay rollers back. I'll see you very, very soon. Have a lovely evening. See you soon. Bye.
JewelleryMaker is your one-stop shop
for all your jewellery making needs.
Our mission is to provide you with the best quality products,
value for money, and excellent customer service.
Come and learn with us. Tune in every day from 9 AM to 9 PM.
JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
Come and join JewelleryMaker on Facebook and get involved with over 50,000 people who have liked us. You'll get up-to-date information about our channel from the latest images of designs by our fantastic guests, gossip on what is coming up in the shows, and the newest information on our workshops. You can get in contact with jewellery makers all over the world and get some fantastic hints and tips. Simply search JewelleryMaker in the search box or go to facebook.com/JewelleryMaker UK and you're there. You don't even need to have a Facebook account. We can't wait to see you there. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
Join guest designer Alison Tarry on her Wire Brooches DVD. Get creating stunning designs in no time at all